in the right profile of players for the way he wants. I can see how he's trying to play football. I can see what type of football he wants to play. But look at the profile of players that Chelsea have at their club. And it's so evident in pre-season. You can see...
Which profiles have they got this summer? Which
not profiles of players. I'm talking about the ones that are already at the club, because they're not getting the problem at Chelsea right now. They're not even.
They don't have space to get players.
They're not even getting rid of players before bringing in new players. Their whole the problem that everybody was saying last year is that they need to get rid of a lot of players first. Lukaku's still there. He's still a Chelsea player. He's gone. But I'm saying Lukaku's still technically a Chelsea player. As of current right now, he's still a Chelsea player. Kepa's still a Chelsea player. How many players have they brought in that they already saying, oh yeah, we're done with him already? Yeah. You got that Leslie kid in midfield.
I know you're gonna be hyping that Samu Urodion, whatever. I know you're gonna be gassing it. Here we go. You got
Baller.
Listen, it's not about whether they're ballers or not. I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying whether the players they're bringing in are ballers or not. Whether the players that they have are ballers or not. That's not a question. It's just that there's too much. It's too right now. Chelsea, the state they're in, is too much of a mess at the moment. That do they even have the patience? Yeah, to move in a direction where they're going to get rid of half the team that are deadwood, let's be real, half the team are deadwood, and then get the players in, and it doesn't even look like they're getting players in for the manager. They're just getting players in and say, yeah, you got to work with that.
It's crazy.
You got to work with that. Yeah. You're telling me the signings that have been made this summer, those are Maresca signings?
I'm telling you one thing though.
Are they Maresca signings or are they close? They're signing players from 2 years from now.
They signed 7 years from now. Do you know what confused me the most?
Yeah.
Tosin Adarabioyo.
Yeah.
I don't get why they signed Tosin Adarabioyo.
Because they got the Sassy, they got Badiashile, they got Fofana, they got Cole.
They had Trevor Chalobah as well.
Thiago Silva left. No, Chalobah.
Yeah, but they've got 5 centre-backs there already. They needed a 6th one just to...
Nobody on this table can tell me what their starting centre-backs are.
Have 7 centre-backs.
No, hold on. Let me tell you right now. No one on this table can even tell me what Chelsea's starting 2 centre-backs are.
I shall tell you.
You can't even tell me.
I'll tell you.
Please do.
I'll tell you.
Please.
They'll be playing by the start of the season 3 centre-backs. It'll be 5 at the back.
Okay. And then who's the 3 centre-backs?
It'll be Cole as the left centre-back.
Yeah.
The middle.
Oh, you say, okay, you don't get that. When you do faces,
the middle, Wesley, right centre back. I feel like it's not going to be Reece. I think Reece is going to play right centre back.
You think Reece, who is probably one of the best right backs on his day,
and
attacking, go forward, it's going to play.
You know why?
You can play the inverted role.
Bingo!
Alright, let's move on.
Yeah,
let's get to the top 4.
One thing I'll tell you.
Please.
Can I just say one thing?
No, please.
Because I don't have United top 6, I know for a fact, come back to this video, come back to this clip, and come back to this moment, I know for a fact, Chelsea will 100%, 1000% finish above you, man. I know, I can guarantee. You know how Chuck says, guarantee they'll finish above United. Watch. Just watch.
They did last season.
You want to do better right now?
They did last
bold. Go fully bold and shave your beard if they don't.
Okay, what about him?
On an SDS episode. I want beard off. No. Stand on business and be a man. The same way you're willing to make that claim. If it doesn't happen,
the hair's too much. We've got to shave his whole beard.
I want the beard naked. I want that triple chin exposed.
And
you know what? As part of my bet, I'll dye my hair blonde again. I'll do my hair blonde again.
You dye your hair blonde.
Oh, he died both again.
No.
He's not gonna kill it.
He shaves his beard. You get the plaits again.
That's gonna take time, bro. That's gonna take ages. I have to grow out my hair.
Yes, grow from now.
No, not the beard, man. The beard.
No, I can't. Hold it.
Beard or head?
I'll dye my hair.
How about this?
My hair, whatever color you want.
I've got a plan.
Yeah, whatever color you want, I'll dye. Yeah.
I've got a plan.
Go on.
How about we get the Commons involved? The Commons will decide.
No, we're gonna decide.
No, we're gonna decide amongst ourselves. Don't try and look for a get out.
SDS is green, so you have to dye your hair green.
Ooh, I like that.
Whichever team finishes below,
hair and beard.
I
want the green goblin.
Right now.
I'm gonna make you get out.
Go on. Green. How confident are you?
Yes. I'm confident. You're not standing on business. You're short. You're just saying stuff you don't believe. You don't believe it.
You know what? Come.
You don't believe it.
Enzo! He said he doesn't. He's scared.
You ain't real men. You ain't real men.
I told you.
You ain't real men.
I told you. You don't just saying things for the sake of saying it.
Either the green hair or
both Enzo and Ten Hag are bold, so you have to replicate him, whichever one loses.
I'm saying I'm not on the shaving thing, but I'm on the dieting.
We both go bold.
We both go bold.
He'll do green, you do bold.
The loser, yeah.
You do green, you
I'll
do
do
bold.
dye.
He'll
I'll dye
do
my
green,
hair.
you do
I'll dye
bold.
my hair
I'm
with
going
colour.
bold.
Okay.
I'm going bold.
Green and bold, yeah, I like this.
Say no more.
Hey,
camera.
got it on camera. I love this.
There you go. That's it.
Stand on business.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's go.
This means something now.
That's
Hey,
it.
The
There you
end
go.
of the season, we're watching Chelsea United.
Wallahi,
There you go.
Enzo. Wallahi.
He's pissed. You know
Yeah,
that.
how you want?
He's pissed. I'm telling you now. He's pissed.
You better step up, man.
He's a Chelsea fan now this season.
You're eating. You're eating.
How's he?
I cannot wait to slap your head, brother.
Because we all have United in the top 6 and not Chelsea.
Yeah.
So what I can say now is you guys better stick with us the whole season because we're guaranteed at the end of the season going to either see someone with green hair or someone bold at these two.
This is
guaranteed.
beautiful.
One of them is, you know, like someone's going to finish above the other, so someone's going to do the forfeit. Guaranteed.
It's gonna happen. That's it. We set it in stone.
How you looking like Maresca?
He's gonna look like the manager's been backing. That's good. You're gonna look like he's gonna look like your boy now. You're gonna look like your boy, which is good.
Oh,
Let's get into the
He's
top
not
four.
confident at all. He's sweating. He's sweating. He's sweating. Look at him. He's sweating. Look at him.
I'm thinking, what layout should I be doing? Becoming Benzema or something. I'm thinking.
He's just gonna run it back.
have you seen that video that you copying Benzema?
Oh yeah. And they do the little montage video. The LeBron James. Boom, 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 boom. You're just doing with a rodeo. That's you.
Oh man, this is going to be an interesting season now.
That's you. Literally, that's you.
It's going to be an interesting season now, guys. And we're not even in the top 4. And we've got one of the biggest forfeit challenges that we've ever had on SDS. Going into the top 4 now, who does everyone have?
I had United.
I had United
Yeah.
fourth as well.
I had Villa.
I got Villa as well.
Oh, you lot think Villa will repeat?
Yep.
Interesting. Talk
Okay.
to me.
I think the players which they've signed, great players. I think they've added quite well compared to what they did last season. Of course, Douglas Luiz missing is huge.
Yeah, Diaby,
Diaby missing, but I think the likes of
Onana.
Ross Barkley, Onana coming in, the wingers in Illing Jr. from Juve and the brother from Hull City, wasn't him?
Jaden. Philogene.
Yeah, I feel like what they've got now, they've got an A team and a B team, similar to what they had last season.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people
They've got
say
2 squads.
2 squad. I
Which
thought
they need for this season, like Champions League football.
exactly. A lot of people said, "Oh, Unai, can he handle European football?" He did it last season with Conference League, and
Yeah.
he managed to get top 4.
The difference is it's Champions League this year.
And it's a different format, right?
Yeah.
So it's more games.
So it's actually like
instead of
yeah.
6 group games now, it's
It's
what?
8 games.
8
8 games
Eight
going
games.
through December, January, like that. Depth, as you said, is really going to be tested, but I think they'll be taking the Champions League
He's
very
good- he's a
seriously
good
as well. It's a
European
good
manager, like
opportunity.
Champions League. He's been Champions League semi-final with Villarreal, right? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, we know what it's like in the Europa League. It's different, of course. I agree with FaZe. The reason I had him in the top 4, like I said, I originally had Man United there, so it was like it was a toss-up between the two. I was almost like where you guys had them, but for me, it was like the same thing with the FaZe. Said the 2 squads. The fact that they did it last season, they kept pretty a lot of, apart from the Diaby, but Diaby was in and out of the team last season.
He wasn't
and
that consistent, yeah.
Douglas Luiz obviously was a mainstay. Apart from that, I think they've replaced well and added well. I think already from last season they've had, even for just the defense, they had 2 complete different back fours.
Yeah.
And
2
obviously,
left backs,
yeah,
2
that
right backs.
everything, that
Yeah.
everything covered. You know, when Matty Cash couldn't play, Ezra Konsa filled in that right back really well, comfortably.
Do you
obviously, 2 squads, and I just think I trust Unai Emery, and I think he's got something good going on there, and I think we see perfect matches sometimes of teams and managers, and I think this is a strong match. And so if not almost perfect, then
Do you
Villa's a
maybe
good
worry in the attack though? There's too much of a burden for Watkins to repeat what he did last year. Because let's be
I
honest,
think so.
Douglas Luiz brought in a big chunk of goals last year
Yeah,
as
he was
well.
a penalty taker, mainly.
Diaby's goal contributions were important, and I think Illing is a bit of a gamble.
Yep.
He didn't really.
But
He's a good talent, but
know
he
what
didn't
we're
really
forgetting?
bright lights at Juve.
We forget one person.
Who's the other? Philogene coming up from the
You know what we
Championship.
forget?
That's a step up. It's like
Yeah.
that
Depends if
was
they
almost
keep
like
him.
ready-made
Yeah.
replacement. You're going to need Watkins to replicate that again.
We're forgetting one person which they never played last season. For me, it's a new signing to me. Buendia. He just come back from an injury. I feel like he can be. He can be.
hype.
He can be.
Bro, this ain't
When
2020,
Dia-
man.
He can be the X
Like,
factor. He can be the X
Guy
Factor.
ain't done nothing since Norwich, bro.
Bro,
Like,
He can be the X
Since he
Factor.
signed for Villa, he's just been living off that.
Hey, you man, hey,
Yo,
hey,
you remember
hey,
Buendia?
You were
Buendia
tweeting,
high,
hey,
bro.
you were
It's
tweeting,
like-
I want
it's like
Buendia.
Lanzini.
Yeah, that's right. You were tweeting, I want Buendia in my
Yeah,
club.
he's a top player, bro.
Come on, man.
at the time, maybe at the time, I can't remember now, but maybe at the time.
After this season, you would say the same. I want him in my club. X Factor this season.
I think if they manage as well to keep a hold of John Duran,
I think that's the other
That's
one
the
as
key
well. Yeah,
one.
they're potentially losing.
they might lose him, which
Yeah.
obviously could shake things up a little bit. I just think obviously, even if Watkins doesn't replicate the 20+ goals he scored last season,
Yeah.
if he gets a solid 15 and his other goals get shared
Bailey on
around,
the right, bro,
other
they've
other
got-
goals get shared around, I think they have a good team. I think they have a good squad. And Watkins, remember, he also had about double-digit assists as well. You know, he's not someone that's like, I need to score all the goals. So if the goals can get shared, which I think they can, you know, I think they have a strong enough squad, two squads, with combination of the manager they have, which I genuinely believe in. I think for Aston Villa, I think is a top manager.
I think they're midfield.
I
think
see
they'll-
them doing it
I
again.
think they'll
man.
have a few surprising results in Europe as well, some big ones.
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah.
But,
You don't,
I don't know. I
they're
weirdly
midfield.
have a feeling they'll be mixing it with West Ham for like the Europa League places,
Hold on,
in my
hold on,
opinion,
hold
just outsiders of that Champions League
Hold on.
spots.
So we got Aston Villa top 4.
But Liban did a search.
Yeah.
I see the search. Liban never tweeted on India.
Okay.
See, so he's made up. Yeah, good one.
Hold on. I bet you think you did that.
Maybe I did somewhere. Because he was playing well.
You know what he said?
He was playing well at Norwich. I remember I was asked for that linked to him. It wasn't even United
It was
as
him,
well
it
at the
was
time.
him.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
I bet you think you did that.
I was like, I can't remember, so I'm not
But
going to
you
say
know
I didn't.
But you know what? You know what it is? We predicted Villa to finish top 4. You might
They don't
don't
have Villa in top 6 at all.
You might don't even have top Villa top
I have them
6.
seventh. I have them seventh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
I have them
crazy.
seventh. I think West Ham will beat.
Because they both had West Ham, that's
We'll
why.
get there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
mad.
both had West Ham.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
And you man both had United top 4.
So we both had Villa, you both had United. We spoke a lot about United and why I think they're not coming in top 4 and why he doesn't have them at all. Keep it brief because we've got to move on. We spoke about United a lot. Why do you think United will jump up into the top 4 place? I want to hear from Fuad first. Actually.
Oh, go on. Yeah,
I
go
think
on.
third season, Ten Hag, I think last year was a real tough year, in my opinion. A lot of kind of injuries, a lot of squad issues throughout it. I think this year you should be more stable, in my opinion. I think you've got players that Rashford and Bruno in my eyes, who I felt last year maybe didn't live up to their levels. This season they can get back to that level. I think you've got exciting talents like Garnacho, Euro, Kobe Mainu. So I'm expecting improvements from United this year. I've always said that top 4 race I don't think is ever clear cut. And I think with Liverpool's transition year, with Villa being competing in the Champions League as well, I think West Ham will be a surprise package, but then maybe not having the experience to mix in those Champions League places. I think United always find a way to have something at the end of the season, and they might not get the cups again per se, but I think top 4 they can sneak it on almost
why
back
was
door.
last season they didn't get it then?
Rashford fell off a
Very
cliff
bad
completely.
season,
I felt like up front
A
they
lot of
had no
injuries, they had
goals as
crazy
well.
injuries, crazy.
Crazy injuries I feel throughout. I think at the first half of the season as well, I think there was the expectation that Ten Hag was going to magically improve the football, and it just didn't happen, and then it just got worse and worse. And then second half of the season, it was like the year before. Find something to just get us to the end of the line. And I think after 2 seasons of that now, this is really a make or break year for Ten Hag. He's got the new contract. He's got another kind of summer back in. I'm really expecting Ten Hag's United to come to fruition this year. Like there's nowhere else to hide.
You know what's crazy? And this is a question to you. United lineup for next season, it's the same as lineup as last season. That's no changes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's no changes, bro.
I think you're looking at no. But what
yeah.
you're looking at is you're looking at the first game right now. I'm talking as the season goes. I think Euro. I've said he's gonna. For me, I think he's gonna be a massive
but
difference.
he's
I
out
think
for 3
Xerxes
months.
is gonna play.
He's
Is
not
it
going to
3
start.
months?
It's
Is it 3 months?
3 months.
Bro, my man that you just mentioned, he's not going to start over Hoyland.
Okay, so
Well, Rasmus is injured.
I think. No, Rasmus is injured as well, isn't he?
yeah, if Rasmus
Didn't he get
injured,
injured?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's injured.
Same game.
I think it's the same game.
I think Xerxes will surprise a lot of people
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking with you. I think a lot of people are
6
looking at Xerxes and thinking, oh, he doesn't score goals or whatever.
Yeah.
I think the way he's built, the way technically how he plays, he is going to surprise a lot of people.
9.5
I know. I saw that quote today as well. and I didn't like it. I can't lie to you. Talking about I'm 9.5.
Yeah.
Bro,
Let's bring decimals into
don't
football.
duck from the pressure of goals.
He's just saying
I know what you're doing.
No, he's saying essentially though he's a striker that likes to link up.
Link
That's
up
what
play.
he's trying to
That's
say.
what I
yeah,
thought.
essentially.
Just say
That's what
it.
he's
It's
trying
a
to
nice way of
Yeah.
saying, big man, I ain't a goal scorer.
But
We need some goals,
The thing
bro.
is, if he's a type of striker that can get the best out of the wingers, which
Yeah.
is what his type of game is anyway, then I
think-
don't
listen,
need
I
him.
just
I don't
think
need him to get.
United-
I don't need him to get 20 goals. If he can get me 15 and share the goals with the
15's
wingers,
a lot. What league goals?
that's what I'm saying.
I think you should,
15.
I still think you need another striker. And don't get me wrong, I'm
Yeah.
not like, bro, we don't have an out on our striker. We have Jesus and Havertz. You know, they're not.
We do have
neither,
a striker though.
Neither of them who.
Chidobe.
Aye. You know what, Levi?
We got Chidobe. We got Chidobe.
Yeah, well, he's ready to play.
He's ready, man.
There we go.
8 goals per game, he's ready, man.
Listen,
No, but you know what it is, yeah? I had a toss-up between 4th and 5th for United.
yeah, same.
But obviously the window's not closed, so obviously because it is my team, there is a bit of a bias towards it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try
That's
to.
completely fine.
It's a
Yeah,
bit of a
yeah,
bias because I do think the direction that Ineos are going with the club, it is optimistic. Even though so far we've only had 2 signings, but I'm sure as the next few weeks go, we are gonna probably get a few more in.
I think
you got probably Mazarawi and Delit potentially coming in.
You can't laugh.
Why are you laughing?
No, he actually said it right though. That was
No.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
No. It's not the way you
But I'm
pronounce it.
what?
It's just the type of players that you man are getting.
Yeah, I'm
No,
the
but
same.
okay.
I don't think.
No, but hear what I'm
Mesraoui
saying.
in
No, but
2024.
listen.
Delict
Listen.
in 2024.
Ten Hag is trying to recreate.
You're the nastiest you I think I've ever watched. You just said Brent Diaz 5 minutes ago. You just said Brent Diaz 5 minutes ago.
For Villa.
And then I'm talking about players that play consistent Champions League football. You're talking about Brent Diaz.
This year he's actually been good as well.
I'm more on his
Listen,
side.
hear what I'm saying. I'm saying the direct look. Last season, obviously,
Doesn't even start with Morocco.
last season was a tough year.
What's the start with United?
I'm-
Delict.
Can
Can't
you
even get
let me
started.
land? You just want to let me land?
I don't fancy the list.
Can I land?
I don't think the list that good.
Okay, fair enough.
Trash guy.
You should
Can
have
I,
got
can,
Brentford.
can, I, can I land?
Flop
Can I
the
land?
Juve.
What I'm saying is, the direction, because we're obviously coming off the back of last year, yes, we underperformed very badly, but at least we had a highlight to winning the cup against City in the final. So I think strong finish in terms of having something to smile about. But I think last season we had a lot of injuries. We know, we know the whole
Yeah, it was bad.
saga we had across the whole season with
for
United.
sure.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but we can't deny the fact that he had countless of injuries. At least this summer, he's got more than half his team back. He's got pretty much his full team, but probably apart from Højlund and Euro.
Yep.
Martinez should be back. We've got our midfielders back. Mason Mount's coming back.
Sancho's back at the club.
Sancho's back at the club, which again, that's another whole situation. But I'm just saying in general, Mason Mount is coming back. That's going to potentially be like a new signing.
And also
we've got
tournaments.
Mainu, at least now, like last year, he came halfway through the season. This time we're going to have him from the start of the season. If we can get the signings that we need in terms of our midfield signings, get the defensive signings, regardless of what your opinions are of De Ligt, that is an upgrade to the defenders that we had. He's an upgrade to Lindelof. He's an upgrade to Johnny Evans. He's an upgrade to Maguire. Yes, he is. He is. I think he's an upgrade. I think they're both different. They're both different nationalities of each other.
Yeah.
But I do think De Ligt. I do think De Ligt is a bit is slightly better, and the fact that he's 24.
Yeah, one's
he's young.
younger. That's what
One's younger. But
It's mad. He's 24, you know.
He's 24.
This guy, he started in the
He's captain of Ajax at 19, bro.
17 European League final.
He picked you early, man.
He was captain of Ajax at 19, bro.
Yeah, I know, he's a
And
joke.
bear in mind, though, who was the manager?
No, I know all of these things.
Who was the manager?
I know all these things, but I just don't think he's that good.
No, that's fine. No, bro. The thing about De Ligt is there are question marks about him. Not everyone's convinced on him, but I'm saying
He's still got so much. He's 24.
yeah, he's 24.
Yeah.
He's working with a manager that he was successful.
Do United need
at
ifs and maybes and?
I look at it like this. Is it an upgrade to what we have? Yes, it is. Is Mazarawi an upgrade to our right backs? Yes, he is.
Wait. Is Mazzari what? An upgrade to
Wan-Bissaka.
Better than Dalot.
But no, I'm saying to
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka.
But
Because
he's the backup for
Because bear
Wan-Bissaka.
in mind, Dalot is a fullback.
Come on,
that
guys.
can
You
play
guys
up-
can't
acting
lie.
like Wan-Bissaka.
I'll be real.
No.
I'll be real. What Wan-Bissaka gives you is defensively and a different dimension.
My brother will still concede
Mazraoui
goals.
doesn't give you nothing.
My brother will still
Wallahi
concede
he
goals.
gives you nothing.
We'll still concede
Wallahi he
goals
gives
go
you
from his
nothing.
side. Just stop it.
Wallahi he gives
Okay,
you
and then you got Zerchi, who again is definitely an upgrade, definitely an upgrade to Martial.
Don't laugh because he's pronounced it the same way last
You
time.
pronounce it the exact same way, so you can't be chat. Martial, somebody that who we haven't had.
It's his team. He's allowed.
In terms of availability, though, Martial, where was he last season? We had one striker all season. This time we have another striker. So even if Højlund's not firing or he's not available, we have another striker now. Yeah, and then I hope the area where I am very concerned about is the midfield area because we've been linked with.
Like I said, your midfield depth.
Midfield is where we're slightly
And you're
lacking.
looking like you're losing McTominay as well.
But they added Sander
But
Berg's
hear what I'm
maybe.
saying. But hear what I'm saying. In
Big
Ineos,
player.
I think the direction that they're
Burnley
moving
as
in,
well.
and with the signings that we
United,
have
I
had
give
with
them
Euro, what we had with Zerchi now, it's I'm confident that we will get signings coming in, and I do feel like by the start of the season we will have a better team than what we have now, and that's why I feel like we can't get any worse than what we did last season.
Yeah.
If we can keep everybody fit,
But I think from last season's 8th place finish.
8th place
yes,
finish, yeah.
to putting you guys straight back in the top
you
four
have to
is
give it context,
ambitious.
though.
No,
You have to give it
I think you guys
context.
are
I'm
only one
not
place
saying-
below. I
yeah.
said 5th.
Yeah, that's
which
fine.
means I think going to be challenging for top 4. Like I even have
yeah,
it pretty
no,
high.
no, but I'm saying that
you know, it's
bear
a
in
lot
mind,
to
if
come
we-
into that top 4 position. Where
there's
it's
a lot
like
of factors.
very competitive.
Though.
Yeah,
I'm saying
of
there's a lot of
course.
factors, and the injury for me, the biggest one is injury. You already see now we've got Euro out, who just came in, never had an injury before this one. Hamilton's got injured, and then Hoyland injured again. But I'm saying if we can keep majority of our squad
Yeah,
fit
well,
through the season, like you guys did last season,
Yeah.
if we can do that. There's no reason why Manchester
Oh, you
United
have an
can't
old
finish the
physio
top
now,
fifth.
innit? So.
Yeah, it might work.
Hold that.
You know, I'm
No,
surprised.
that's why I get injuries.
Oh, is it? Why?
That's why I get injuries.
Oh, it's an old one. I think we got someone new
you
now.
have an old physio.
I'm surprised.
got someone new now.
I'm surprised you mentioned add the midfielder, add a striker, add a centre back, but left back. You trust Luke Shaw to be healthy for the whole season? No, I'm just saying.
The reason why that's what I was about to say. I'm saying
Who say? Abbas.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a good player.
One thing as well. No, hold on. Here, no, listen, this is what I'm saying to you. Hear what I'm saying. Dalot can play left back. Maserati can also play left back.
Yeah.
He can play both sides, yeah? And then
Why does he keep laughing when you say was right? I don't like it.
why do you keep laughing?
Yo, what's wrong with you?
Why do you keep
Is he your
laughing?
cousin?
You have Ferland Mendy. You've given a contract extension to you, and you're talking about my club, my left back.
Mendy.
You're Ferland Mendy. You just gave a contract extension to only to then sign
Alright.
Davies next season. Shut up, man.
Let's get into the top
Idiot,
3.
bro.
We've been on. Okay.
Idiot.
Let's get top 3.
Guys having mids, man.
Let's get into the
What's
top
wrong
3.
with you,
This one gets interesting. Top 3. Okay. I'd love to know who you've got in third place. I want to start with you.
Spurs.
Interesting.
Come on, baby!
Yeah, he was the same, obviously.
Yeah,
Spurs.
Interesting. You?
I got Spurs.
I don't
There.
have Spurs stats.
I know you don't.
Yeah. I got Liverpool.
Yeah, same. Got both. Got
I got
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Interesting. We'll let you speak about your team in a second. Why do you have Spurs in third?
I feel like Ange last season was a taster. Taster.
Let's give you ad-libs, guys.
What a snooze fest.
Last season was a taster.
And now,
Full load. Full load.
Yeah, you lost it.
The camera's going to stay on this side for a
Yeah,
bit.
you lost it.
The camera's going to stay on this side.
Disgusted.
You're carrying the point now, yeah?
Hey,
You're carrying the point now.
lying. Tell him again. Oh, what are you? King to you. You can't talk. You can't talk.
You are disgusted.
Oh my god.
Disgusted. Disgusted.
Yeah. Even
Bro,
the
I
sound
think he's
effects
dying,
is crazy.
bro.
Even the sound effects are nuts.
Carry on.
add some
Yeah.
volume to that.
Carry
Yeah, you've
on.
had some past
But
experience, man.
nah,
Chill.
Nah, I feel like last season we saw what you were trying to do. he was unfortunate the same way you've been preaching for the past half an hour about injuries. He had injuries last season, but there was no complaints about him last season. He still tried to.
Oh, there were
to
definitely
see
complaints.
Huh?
There were definitely complaints.
But the philosophy, but the main system was still there. The philosophy was still there, and he still finished above.
Philosophy, bro.
And he finished above you, man.
moving like Plato,
He finished
man.
above you, man.
Okay.
We talk about philosophy all
Did
day.
you win a trophy? You win a trophy? Did
Talk about
you
facts.
get silverware? You got silverware?
But
Did you get
this-
silverware?
Huh?
Did you get silverware to the club that
Finish
hasn't won in 16 years?
You are nasty, man.
Hasn't
So
won
why
a
do you
trophy in
think
16
they're
years?
going to finish third? All
tell
of these
you,
points
I'll
are
tell you,
fine.
I'll tell
But
you.
third, I think, is
I'll
pretty
tell you.
high. So why do you think they're
I'll
finishing
tell you.
third?
Because of the fact, first of all, my main point is the competition. I thought the competition this season it's going to be just like last season. Everyone's going to fall off.
Yeah,
There's not
fair.
going to be any consistency between top 6 and top 3 and top 4. Secondly, the replacement they've now got actually players on the bench that have got a good chance of playing. Last season, if Madison's out, they had a problem. If Romero was out, they had a problem. If Destiny was out, they had a problem. Now, bro, I don't care if Basuma misses out. Saar, come in. Madison, get the hell out. Now who do you have?
Big Berg Val.
Sheesh. And what? Archie Gray. Archie. Double Gray.
Hey!
Hey. Solanke up front. I know for a fact they're getting a striker.
Where's Solanke?
It could be
He's not even there
Tony.
yet.
It could be Solanke.
Man, just
They're getting a striker.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
could-
surely I think they'll get.
They're getting a striker 100%. Last season they trusted Richarlison.
Had a little bit of a run.
Still more goals than Hoyland, by the way. But now they've got gunman up front. It can be Solanke, it can be Tony, it can be any other striker. They're getting a striker and he will score goals. I think Ange learns last season, he knew the high line, I can't risk him this season. You know what? Me rely on certain players, I can't do it. Me sticking with only one game plan, I think this season he's got different game plans.
Yeah, that was a problem of his last season, though. He was very
I feel like
stubborn
now-
with
Yeah.
one way
Yeah.
of playing, which I think, as a manager, you have to be adaptable a
Facts.
lot of the time.
he changed
You
it
have
one time
your-
though. The one time he tried to change it, when was it?
What game?
The Man City game.
Oh,
That's the one
Tried to help us
time.
win the league.
The one time he changed it.
There was a bigger job at hand.
yeah, no, but he
No, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it with that
He was trying
intention.
to win.
He was trying to win. Flipping nice, man. You believe nice, Ange.
No, but I think he hit the nail on the head on a lot of the reasons. I think there will be lessons that he learned last year. I think his first season, I think the injuries definitely derailed us at a certain point. I think there was a period in AFCON as well where we had like 2-3 guys away, Son at Asian Cup.
Bro, yeah,
I don't think we'll have.
Abdullahi
I don't think we'll have a lot of those issues this year. I think the issue becomes an attack. We have to address that before the window. If we don't, I think it's going to be the same as what it was last year. But if we do get an attacker in of the Solanke, Tony mold, I think the reason why we'll get third will be the most consistent of that lot underneath.
Yeah.
Whether it's West Ham, Villa, United, Chelsea, I think we will be the most consistent throughout the season. We will have spells and be tested.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to see how close we can get to
Yeah.
the other two. Yeah, really and truly, that's what this season should be about for us.
Inshallah, you get Jonathan David.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah, I can
Inshallah,
see that.
inshallah.
That would be
I
the
can see
only
that.
signing I hope we don't make.
Yeah.
If
Inshallah,
that,
inshallah, you get
I'll
Jonathan
call for
David.
Andrew's
I
head.
can see something like that. Okay, we both have Liverpool.
I got Liverpool because of the fact, I think you alluded to it earlier. I think there's a lot of players that have a point to prove. I think there's a lot of players that missed out on a lot of football last season. And I do think that now that they're under a new manager, it's kind of like a clean slate for a lot of the players.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez, specifically, I'm looking at him because I feel like I think towards the end of the season, there were rumours about his relationship with Klopp breaking down. I think now that a new manager's come in, he can start on fresh terms.
Yeah.
You know, kind of look at it as a new chapter, come under this manager and show people why, you know, you had this hype behind you. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I am your biggest hater. I hope he knows that. I'm Darwin Núñez's biggest hater.
Yeah,
he
you
knows
have
that.
been. Yeah, you
You know, but at the moment, I'm winning the battle. At the moment, I'm the winner right now. I've been winning. I've been
Send that brother
beating
to
his ass.
Azkaban.
I've been beating his ass. You know that quote, you know that Joel Embiid quote.
Yeah.
It's not
not a rivalry.
It's not a rivalry no more. I'm beating your ass now. It's 4-0. Listen, every time I'm clean sweeping you right now. So I look at I'm clean sweeping him every single time. So listen,
Yeah,
like that,
spanking us.
spanking him, like that. So I'm just saying, it's a mismatch right now. Mismatch. Yeah? And then you got Gakpo. I'm looking at Gakpo as well because I think Gakpo for me, and we'll probably come to it at some point, but I feel like he's gonna have a big season. I think because
What do you
coming
think he'll play?
I think he'll play, and the reason why
Pretty
I think
much
he'll
a
play
utility
is
player as
because
well.
I think the
play
reason why he'll
most-
play
So,
is
in your opinion, who will be the front trio?
I think who I think will be the front three.
Who do you think he will trust, and who would you want?
I could only speak for who I would want.
Okay.
Who I think would work well. I think it also should be Gakpo, Núñez, and Salah.
So
I think
Luis
that's-
Diaz on the bench.
should be
I
Jota
think
in the middle, man.
I think Luis Diaz should be on the bench. I think Gakpo coming off the back of the Euros. I think Gakpo's a funny one because he's joined 18 months ago, right? It's been only Liverpool a year and a half.
Yeah.
I feel like even though Klopp did sign him, I do feel like there were times where I don't think Klopp trusted him enough. I don't think he believed in him enough, which is why he was being used in so many different roles. Didn't really get a consistent run in his favourite position because we can all now see that Gakpo at his best is on the left hand side. Yeah, it gets in goals, created. You saw he was one of the best players at the Euros.
Yeah.
So we know what he's capable of doing. I think him now having a manager who comes from the Dutch league who will probably end up having a better relationship with him. I think that could improve. And I'm expecting him to prove because I think this is
give him more of a lifeline on
more.
that.
Yeah, and I think
position,
it's time now. Gakpo, I feel like it's now or never for him. Like this is his make or break season. I think that's the case with a lot of these Liverpool players. But I think the way they're playing football in pre-season and the way things have been, the type of football, I can see them, a lot of them doing better
Yeah.
this season.
I
Fabio
don't-
Carvalho, another one.
Yeah,
he's going to be like a new signing for them.
been playing well.
He's been trusted. He's been trusted.
it's United. He's been
You can
playing
see
well
that the
for
manager sees
I know
him
it's
as part of their
Arsenal.
plan.
Elliot and Jones, I'm expecting.
Elliot
That's what I
and
was gonna
Jones
say,
as
that's
well.
what I was
gonna say.
Yeah, and they've had a kind of especially Jones had a bit of an injury-plagued season
Yeah.
as well. What's the other Spanish kid?
Bajcetic, yeah.
He's him coming in as well.
But they made no signings.
They made no signings, but I feel like a lot of the players that they missed out on last season can become like new signings if they
I
do
agree.
really deliver. I do still feel like they need somebody in that holding position. I
Yeah.
think that's the one area I look
I
at.
think
the
they
team
actually
where
came
I'm
out
like,
this week and said they've found a specialised person.
I
for
kind
that
of
role.
expect them to maybe
Yeah.
sign someone.
But apart from
still.
that area, I think everywhere else on the pitch, I don't really see much areas that they have to go into the market for. Maybe someone for Salah on the right hand side that can, maybe take the bit of a weight off him, because I think having to play him every single game across every competition.
Elliot can come into that position as well.
Yeah.
Along with the central midfielder.
Yeah.
He's been played a lot last season in the right wing.
Yeah.
Especially when Salah was
But I
away
think
for
Elliot's so
AFCON.
much better in the midfield.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm saying as just an extra option, because
Yeah.
he played a lot last season when Salah was away for AFCON.
Yeah.
He came on off the bench sometimes at right wing. So you can fill in there.
Last season was a little bit underwhelming after a good start.
Yeah.
He could have
I
jump up
agree.
this
I
season.
mean, I'm not going to reiterate all the points you said. I agree. I think it is a bit different. Kind of what you said earlier. I think history does suggest when a great manages a club. We've seen with Ferguson. We've seen with Wenger. Obviously now we have Klopp and Pep, who have managed their teams from
Pellegrini as well.
8-9 years. Huh?
For Pellegrini as well.
Pellegrini.
We'll see. Then Pep came and did
Shut up, man.
First
One
season.
season.
Shut your
Shut
ass up,
I'm talking about
man.
eras. I'm talking about Klopp's been
Shut
there.
your mouth,
Klopp's been there almost a decade. Pep's been there now almost a decade as well. Same things when they go, not as long as Wenger and Ferg, because they've been like 2 decades, but same thing. Like that's their club now. Like Klopp's the greatest Liverpool manager in the Premier League history. Pep's the greatest City manager. So same thing as Wenger and Fergie leaving. The first manager that comes in usually doesn't do well. I do think Arne Slot might be the exception to that rule. I do think he might be the outlier. Just from I think seeing how the players have seemed to respond to him. Obviously, it's seeing content, it's seeing pre-season matches. We haven't seen enough yet, but just by seeing the way that just the way he carries himself, a lot of that kind of stuff, the way he talks, the way he coaches. Even Curtis Jones came out. It sounded like a bit of a slide dick to Klopp, but even him saying now we're a lot happier, all of that stuff. But even a lot the way they're talking, the way it looks like he's getting them through training. Once again, it's pre-season, but I was out in Philly when we played against Liverpool, and just seeing just little interactions he had with players in the tunnel.
There doesn't seem to be
backstage, just seeing
hangover.
how it is. Yeah. It doesn't seem to be that kind of thing where hangover. It looks like it's just instantly just gone, and Klopp's forgotten it. Kind of forgotten about.
Yeah, because I can't remember what Wenger's kind of turnover. You probably know better, but I remember when Fergie left, it was like Moyes come in, removed the ketchups. Like, who does this guy think he is? He treated a lot of the old boys and kind of pushed them to the side and was kind of trying to bring a few.
Yeah, and
young
Emery
through.
does a few things.
Even when Jose left, I remember, and Avram Grant took over. It was like
This feels a
getting
bit.
the players on board.
This feels like Liverpool are kind of straight into it, straight all on board. They seem like they're all pretty much on board, which is a good thing. And on top of that, we see, how they are on the pitch. Like last season, they were straight back in there. They're in the title race. No, not many people predicted them to win the title race. Not many predicted them to win the league. Not many people predicted them to win the title race, and they were till right at the end. So they're a quality team. They're quality players. They have some of the best players in the league still in that team. And Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the league. Trent on his day is the best right back in the league. Van Dijk on his day is the best centre back in the league. Salah on his day is the best winger in the league. They still have that core, and every single one of them is still the best in the league, if not second best in the league. That mixed with, like you said, the Curtis Jones still got to prove himself. Harvey Elliott, you got the other players, the Gakpos, the firepower up front, all of that. I do think they will. I don't think they'll be as close to Arsenal City, but I think they will be the best of the next punch.
Can I change my predictions around?
What do you want?
I want to swap United Liverpool around.
We convinced you.
Yeah.
But what did you have?
I had United 4th, Liverpool 5th.
Yeah, that's what I was shocked about.
I'm like, nah,
United
Liverpool 4th.
United
as I've thought more about it.
Yeah, we convinced you.
No, but for me, I thought Liverpool, but I was like,
Liverpool.
what? As I've gone through the episode, I'm like, why did I have United so high? I thought Xerxes and all
That's
that
what
were
I was
nice.
thinking
It's
as well,
like, it's
where I was
cute, and Euro, I like him as well, but I'm
So
like,
do you want to
they're
change
not
a little bit? You had Liverpool 6th, or you still sticking?
I'm standing on business, man.
No.
on
Liverpool 4th, United 5th.
I'm standing on business.
Okay,
Well,
there we go.
Can I give you man a scenario? Just a small scenario. And I'm very,
Sure.
I'm curious to hear what you might say. Imagine, come Jan, Alonso says, Madrid summer, I don't want to go. I'm leaving Leverkusen. No one knows where, but he's officially saying, I don't want to go Madrid. Do you think?
Why would he say that first time? No one ever says
I don't want
that.
to go Madrid. I think no.
Madrid is the biggest job for a player and a manager.
Brother, it's my scenario, man.
Sorry.
Just-
Chaval also random says, I don't want
Yeah,
Madrid.
I don't want Madrid, but I'm leaving Leverkusen.
Okay.
Do you think Liverpool at that point, Ansela?
No. Why would they?
No,
I said, hey,
If he's doing well, why would they?
No.
Yeah.
you don't think so?
Liverpool, there's a different kind of feeling within that club with the fans.
We'll end up going City if that happens.
But Liverpool,
City look like-
especially if Slot's doing well, Liverpool fans, they're different. I always, even just the city of Liverpool, it's like they're not part of England. Like they're just different. It's a community club. It's like they're just all about, they're driven by passion. If Arne Slot's doing well, so what? Xabi Alonso was a former player or whatever. Arne Slot's doing well. They're not gonna just want to sack him off fans, players, and ownership.
Yeah,
That's so
that
weird.
makes sense. It's weird. It's weird.
Exactly.
He's going nowhere, lad.
They'll never do that. That's
exactly how they say it
All
as
right.
well.
Let's move on now to the top two. Everyone has the same top two. This is the first time today that we all had the same two positions, kind of, by the looks of it. Obviously, this was to be expected. There's been the same top two in the last 2 seasons consecutively, back to back, with the same outcome, the same winner both seasons. But we all have the same top two.
Yes.
And, you know, there's no... I mean, to be fair, we might not. Do we? We might not. I assume. It would be a big bomb if someone didn't have... Because that means you don't have one of them two in the top six at all. That means you don't have it.
That's crazy.
How far are you going to push your agenda?
If there's anyone to do it, it would be him.
It's impossible.
If there's anyone to do it, it would be him.
He's not...
Bournemouth second, City first. Iraola.
Yes!
Come on, baby.
You guys said.
All right, so
Fair.
assuming everyone has Arsenal and City left to go, of course. Otherwise, that means one of you don't have one of them in the top six at all, which is ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna say our Premier League winners. And then we'll talk about why that team is the winner. So in the same competition, talk about both teams, because why that team's gonna pick the other team. How are we gonna do this?
Mine, okay.
3, 2, 1, or
Mine depends.
This,
you know, predictions flat out.
Oh, you do.
Everything depends. The window's
He's got
not
that thing
closed.
again. He's got that thing that Star Player got. I'm different, man.
No,
Just
no,
be normal for once.
No.
The window's not closed.
Because of what happened today. It happened literally. It happened today.
Yeah.
That's why I had my clear top two yesterday night. I was like, cool. My
First and
first
second,
two.
yeah.
So you had the whole day to think about.
No. I had
coming to the
my
podcast
first two,
then.
but after what happened, it happened this afternoon. What happened this afternoon? I'm like, shit. Now it changes things.
Well, I'd love to hear it in a second. But
It's because of the Julian Alvarez going to
yeah,
Atleti.
that's it. What's
You know this guy. You know I hate this guy. You know I hate this guy. You know I hate this guy. I want to bang him in his face. I genuinely, I want to punch him in his face. Listen,
Mi habla español.
you are from Baghdad. You know you're from Baghdad, right?
Mi habla español.
You know you're from Baghdad.
Julian.
Yeah.
Julian.
Baghdad.
Español, Julian. English, Julian. Iraqi, Yalian.
Yeah.
disgusting.
You're dumb.
All right. We've left everyone in the suspense for too long. Our Premier League winner. Our Premier League winners for next season, right? I think we'll do a 3, 2, 1. We'll say it at the same time.
Nah, cool.
Yeah? Ready? Everyone ready?
Yep.
Your winners, not your second
Yeah.
place. 3, 2, 1.
Arsenal.
Wait, you said City. Everyone said Arsenal. You said City. You said City.
Yeah, City.
Oh,
Arsenal.
two Arsenals.
Yeah.
I don't like you. Are you doing it?
Why can't I not say Arsenal? What's the problem? What's the problem? Like, what's the issue? What's the issue?
You're the only one I didn't want to hear Arsenal from.
Arsenal. I said Arsenal. Arsenal, man.
No.
Arsenal #1, baby. North London forever. Wherever the weather. Odegaard. Saka. Martinelli. Saliba. Saliba. I don't have a song going yet. 6 minutes. Sing it. What's the
Alright, so we're split down the middle.
Fury one.
Aura? That's the one.
Split down the middle. man.
They got a fora.
Aura. Okay.
Split down the middle. Interesting. 2 Arsenals, 2 Cities. Okay, cool. So you two think City are gonna go 5-peat.
5 times.
I think Arsenal
Like
gonna
100
break.
tea.
I think Arsenal gonna break the duck. You could be saying it based off an agenda, or you could generally believe it. I don't know yet. We'll find out. We don't know with you. We don't know with you. We never know with you. You know. You never know. All right, cool. Let's start with City. Why are City gonna win the league for the fifth year in a row?
I had Arsenal win the league yesterday.
So
But-
wait, Alvarez going and made City
What?
better.
Yeah, because of the fact 90 mil is going to be spending it on actual players. Actually, he's I don't rate him highly. I think they're going to get him a winger. I think they're going to get a winger, and I think they're going to get a backup striker to Haaland. Julian wasn't
Who?
It was never. I don't rate him highly. The fact that he went for 90 million is a disgrace to this footballing institution that we watch.
It's the market. Let's be real.
Well, I don't
We've
understand.
seen Hoyland, we've seen Nunez, we've seen how many
Caicedo.
players.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah, Caicedo.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah,
How much do you go for?
I'm
100
talking
mil?
forwards.
I know,
Oh,
I'm just saying, regardless. That's the
Kulumwani.
Yeah, Colomwani.
Yeah, for like 89.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
you're predicting they're going to sign players and
Yeah.
just imaginary scenario, and because of that, they're going to win the league, which
yes.
isn't known yet.
That-
I know Pep isn't to be trusted. He says stuff to say stuff, but didn't he say he's not signing anyone else outside of that winger they have, that Brazilian winger?
He's such
No.
a...
Edison looked like he might be out the door.
No.
Nah, he's staying
That's
now.
confirmed.
I think.
KDB is staying as well. That's confirmed. Bro, that's no way in hell you've just sold your backup winger / striker, someone who's been rotating and not replacing them at all. That's no way in hell. That's why they
Savinho.
we'll talk about him.
The Premier League ain't ready.
The Premier League
The
are
Premier
not
League
ready.
ain't ready.
They're not ready. They are not ready for him. But I've got. What should I say? Why I think City's going to win the
Yeah,
league?
of course, that's what.
I
Talk
think
about both City and Arsenal.
I
Why aren't Arsenal going to finish second for 30 in a row? Why are they going to miss out on the 30 in a row?
the question is about Arsenal is more about. I don't think you guys have added anyone that makes me say, "Oh
Yeah,
wow."
we haven't yet. We've only signed.
Like Calafiori, you've added him, but that's not even a guarantee. He's going to be starting over Timber. Like it's Timber.
Timper.
Timber.
He said Timper.
Yeah,
I'm sure he
yeah,
said
I said
Timper.
I said Timber.
Bro,
I like Timper
I
though.
got these
I like that already. Timper.
And
He's playing this year,
out
so
my
we gotta get him
face.
ready. You know what I'm saying?
Kai Havertz, are we trusting? Are we
You going
trusting?
against the Dutch boy? It's rare you do that.
For my listen.
Your eyes be twitching.
Listen.
Yeah, he's
You chose your side, bro. You chose your side.
But with Kai Havertz, again, last season, it was cute, it was nice. He scored this and that.
Yeah.
When crunch time came in, the goals didn't come in.
That's when his goals came.
That's literally when his
The
goals
last
came
3
in.
months, that's when his goals
That's the
came.
goals when he did
Big,
come in.
big games though.
Big games. Chelsea.
games?
Chelsea is. There was a week where Chelsea played
Twice. wasn't it?
Spurs, assist. And he got a goal involvement against Chelsea, Spurs, and it's like 3 big games. Scored against Spurs and got an assist.
No.
I scored
You're
against
saying
Chelsea.
like
Scored 2
Champions
against
League and
Chelsea.
stuff like that, and you know against City, you know.
Etihad. That's
know
what I
you mean,
meant.
I know
Like,
you mean.
0-0.
Huh? Why did he score? Why did he score? Martinelli.
Ridiculous.
Do we trust Martinelli next season? I don't. Do we trust Bukayo Saka? I don't. I don't. I just thought I was City, Salvio next season on the right, Jeremy on the left.
I think Doku's going to take a jump.
Next
this year
season
as
is going
well.
to be his season. Kevin De Bruyne announced that he's going to stay to make it 5p to become the greatest midfielder the Premier League has ever seen.
I think
Erling
also-
Haaland.
Yes, that's the one you're not
Revenge
talking
season.
about.
Revenge season. I've heard the disrespect last season. People trying to say Watkins better, Solanke's better. Are you stupid?
Over who?
I think he's going to
Like,
violate the Premier
people-
League.
Haaland?
Yeah, last
Who
season.
said
I
Watkins
don't
like him?
remember. I don't remember.
No. It's good for the villain after the narrative. I like it.
But I don't remember. I don't remember anyone saying that. But go on. Yeah.
He's got voice.
Yeah. I hear voices in my. That's what it is. I got it.
He's a bird like this.
Yeah,
Rodri.
In the blue light room.
in the blue light room, I'm telling you. It's a bookie room. It's a bookie room, I'm telling you.
Rodri, he's gonna of course be sad that he's missed out on the Ballon d'Or, but next season it's gonna be a revenge. I want to win the Ballon d'Or. Kovacic last season in and out.
Stop.
This season strong. Diaz, he barely played last season. He was out. Come back stronger and better. Stones.
You're just naming players now. Okay, we get it.
Come on now, man.
But I feel like they're gonna add more players. They're gonna add more players. They're gonna add more players. 1 and 2 pieces, bro. At the end of the day, it's Pep.
You could have said that.
I was going to say, yeah. I think City have shown themselves to be the best
Pep.
team. They've done it 4 years in a row. And every year I say, until someone comes and dislodges them, I'm not believing that they're not the favourites going into any season. And I look at Arsenal this year and I'm like, have you done anything drastically
They can be
to
favourites.
close the gap?
Yeah.
And I
You
don't
don't.
think you've done enough to
You
close the gap, in my opinion. So it's like, hey, City, we can say, oh, they've lost, you know, Julian Alvarez. Could have said the same thing when they lost Sterling, when they lost Jesus,
Gundogan.
when they
What was
threw
the gap though? 2
Zinchenko.
points?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't. But have you closed that gap? Have you done enough? Do you think Calafiori alone is enough to close that gap? I still think you have to do more in the market.
For sure. And
If
we
things do
probably
get
will.
done, and if City obviously stay silent and don't do anything, then
Oh, yeah.
maybe you can talk about
We
it.
added one person. Sorry, they've bought Michael Moreno.
Mikel Marino.
Oh, Mikel Marino.
That's two.
On the half-time winning duels. Cool.
Arteta loves duels.
No, facts.
Yeah, it's
He
true.
needs someone
Win
next to
your
Rice.
duels.
You know, Partey is non-existent these days, but I still don't think that's the gap being closed. They've got Rodri,
Exactly.
bro. Mikel Marino was washing his boots at the Euros. Am I lying?
No.
There you go. That's the gap.
Yeah, of course. No one's comparing him to Rodri.
No,
one's-
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
your starting centre mid there. That's their starting centre mid
course.
there. The winners there, 2 seasons in a row.
Correct.
And I think it'll be
For
a
sure.
third season in a
but
row.
they have better centre
Manager,
midfield than us.
players,
We got better wingers than them.
stadium.
We got there's positions. That's why they're two best teams. We got positions that are better than theirs. They got.
Don't put
If Nick-
yourself there. They're there. You're there.
I think that gap was a bit big.
Hold on.
You keep
know
trying
what?
to.
I want to hear.
Hey, we're here together. We're twins.
I
You know
want
when an
to.
ugly bitch call you twins? Like, bitch, please. We are not twins. You goofy, ugly ass cone holder. Yeah? Just like Maresca, go run them cones. Yeah? Shut up. Like, 2.4 phase. Hey, listen, don't worry, man. Let me hear what Arsenal's going to win the title. Pep's here. You don't forget who's Pep is.
You're a Spurs fan. I think you can't say Arsenal to win the league. You just can't.
No.
You can't though.
Genuinely.
No, but you can't.
No. If you were, I would say it. I don't see it.
No, but you can't.
No, I'm truthful.
It
I'm
can't
still
come
a
out of your
football
mouth
fan.
because
I'm still a
if
football fan.
Spurs was where Arsenal is
If-
now and it was this close to City,
Wallahi, I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't say I can't. I wouldn't be able to say Spurs can win the league. I just
You
can't.
have to be more objective, Sharky.
You can't.
You have to be more
I'm very.
objective.
You're not objective.
I'm 100% right now. If I believed Arsenal were realistically better than City, I would say it. But there is no evidence.
No, for sure. I agree with that point.
Okay. We
It's
gave
nothing
our
to do with
reason.
biasness.
I don't want to hear you reason yet.
It's nothing to do.
Yet.
No, I'm not mad if you think City's going to win the league. It's City, bro. It's Pep.
Yeah.
Why-
I'm not mad if you
why
think
do you
City's going to win the
think
league.
Arsenal
I just think you're making it out like the gap is bigger than I think it is. That's what my problem is. I'm
Okay.
not saying, oh, because the City win the league, I
right.
think
No,
you're
no,
being
no.
biased.
Okay, yeah.
That's ridiculous for me to even
I can
think.
hear that.
Bro,
I
they've
can
won
hear
the 4 years in a row. Pep's
Yeah.
still there. De Bruyne is still there. Haaland's still there. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. City, of course. If he says it to win the league over Arsenal, I'm not going to get upset. Why I think Arsenal are finally going to pip City.
right
Let's get the
today.
first bit out of the way. I'm an Arsenal fan, so of course I'm going to have a bit of bias towards that. Let's just get that part out of the way. Forget it. Yeah, bias Arsenal fan, cool. Now, in terms of like facts and that, I do think the gap is a lot closer than what you said it was. Right? Last season it was 2 points. You can pinpoint it to a couple of games. It could be a couple of Villa games. I pinpointed to that Christmas period where we lost West Ham and Fulham back to back. Those games, if we had better results, judging by the points, we probably would have won the league. So I don't think we were far apart last season. I think maybe a little slip. That's all it was. I think last season we were pretty much on par. Defensively, we were a lot better. We had the best defensive record in the Premier League. I think we conceded about 8 goals less than them, which was a lot. And we scored just a couple goals less than them. So we had like a better goal difference, all of that stuff. We have improved our defense even more. We had no injuries last season. I think defensively we're fine, right? I think defensively now we're solid. I think as well, in terms of defensive depth, I think bar that City team when they had Cancelo, obviously Walker, and Diaz, Laporte, Stones, I think we have the best defensive depth in Premier League history. Bar that City team. Bar that City one. So that's the only one in debate. That's the only one in debate. And I think if we're going centre back specifically, I think we are isolated number one best centre back
good
depth
shout, actually.
in history of the Premier League. We have 7 centre backs, and 4 of them can play fullback. Tomiyasu, Ben White, Timber, Calafiori. 4 of them are fullbacks as well as centre backs, but they're naturally centre backs. You add Saliba, you add Gabriel. That's
Calafiori's on like 21.
and you
as
add
well,
Kivio. And Kivio as well. That's 5 of them because he's playing left back. So defensive, I think we're great. Already having the best defensive record. On top of that, now we've added another top-rated defender. Of course, we haven't seen what it's like in the Premier League. That's already got us into top 2, having the best defense in the league. We have the best defense in the league, better than City's, facts. That's got us in top 2. Obviously, Mikel Merino's not over the line, but we need a centre mid, and I think we probably need another winger. Last season, we missed out a lot on Jesus, because of injuries. Once again, this is an if. If he plays a lot this season, if he's a lot more fit this season, I think we can get the best out of Jesus this season. Martinelli last season didn't have a great season, but the season before that, 15 league goals, few more when you add all competitions. He didn't have that last season. So last season we were without the goals of Jesus and Martinelli. We had Havertz, Trossard, Saka combining with the goals. And of course Odegaard. So I'm saying like we still have Havertz, we still have Havertz, Trossard, Saka and Odegaard, but we're adding the potential of extra goals from the Jesus and Martinelli that we didn't have much of last season.
Right.
Martinelli scored about 4 or 5 goals. Jesus scored about 4 or 5 goals. This is an if, but I think it's a likely if that one of, if not both of them, will improve a double-digit season, right? So that's another potential 10 goals added from the 2 of them, right? Plus. So we're going to score more goals. So I think attackingly we're okay. I would love to get a backup winger for a Saka. We're hearing Sane, these are all rumours, right? Mikel Merino, I think, bolsters the midfield. I think on top of that, City, I don't think they're going to improve their squad by much. I don't think they're going to improve the squad by much. I don't think there's anyone they're going to sign that's going to make me think the gap is going to get this again. I think the gap was already here, and I think with the Calafiori and the Jesus and Martinelli potential of them having a good season again, and Mikel Merino, I think it was this. I think we've slightly pipped them. And I just think, of course, momentum. I think having the 2 seasons worth of experience coming second, and added the fact that I'm an Arsenal fan and I want it to happen. I think this is the year we can do it. And I said that last year and I was wrong. And now I'm saying it again this year. But it's going to happen at some point, and I'd love to happen now whilst Pep's still there.
I feel like last season the gap really got closed last year. I feel like with City obviously doing their yearly late start that they do. I feel like Kevin De Bruyne you didn't even have for half the season. Erling Haaland was in and out of form, should we say. But I just felt like there were so many of those City key players that outside from maybe Foden, who was kind of consistent throughout the whole year, all the others were kind of in and out and had their moments. I feel like you need kind of this season City to go through all of those things again in order to be at that level with them, if that makes sense. And I don't think City will keep repeating that every single year. Like there has to be a year where City do start off with a bang, if that makes sense. I think this could be the year. If they do start with that bang,
if they start with a bang, then it might flip. They might finish slow.
They could do, and they might do. But my question will be, this season, I think, will be the real test of like Arsenal's mental in terms of every year it's been an upward trajectory. If that third year doesn't happen, do players start getting frustrated? Do Arsenal fans start looking at Arteta a little bit like, all right, bro, you need to get over this little bro hurdle at this point. So I think this is a real important year in terms of the title challenge and really almost like grabbing it by the scruff of the neck, especially if you guys do feel that the gap is this close, which I personally don't think. I think City are in the lead and you almost need them for things to go wrong for them in order for you guys to capitalize on it. But
can I ask you a quick question before? Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
You mentioned the ifs with Martinelli and Jesus and everyone else. Do you have Arsenal finishing first if you don't sign a striker or winger, or if they sign someone?
I don't think we need a striker.
What about winger?
I don't think we need a striker. I'd like a winger.
So no striker. You don't think? You know?
I think we're fine up front for Jesus, Havertz, Trossard, and then. But bear in mind that's Jesus, Havertz, and Trossard.
It's free.
All players that can get double digit goals in Premier League, which they've all done.
Okay.
Saka scores a lot of goals now. Saka had about almost 40 goal involvements last season. Saka scores a lot of goals. And Martinelli, that's five players that all forwards that will score a lot of goals.
So you
between them.
So you think
we don't have a player that's going to be Premier League top goal scorer, but we have 5 players that all get 12 to 15 goals.
Double digits,
so I think that's still fine.
So Calafiori and Moreno is enough for you to win the league.
No, I'd like a winger as well, a backup winger.
But are you winning the league with a winger or without a winger and a replacement? That's my question.
Well, the winger I want isn't going to be a starter.
Just a backup, yes, fine. A rotation.
Of course, ideally, I think we have a better chance of winning it without the winger, with the winger, of course.
With the winger, yeah.
But without the winger, then I still think we will have enough. I think midfield is a lot more important, and we look like we're about to address it.
So right now, what you're telling me,
I think, listen, our squad was almost perfect last season, almost, right?
2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm saying especially last season. I'm talking about last season. Squad was almost perfect last season. We're the best defensive league. We've added to that even more, right? And we're adding a centre mid. And we're adding players who already have that, didn't perform last season, or were injured in Jesus, who's everyone knows his ability. I know he's not that kind of player in front of goal. And Martinelli, who didn't have the best season last season.
Bro, Jesus, the same way Zerji said, I'm a 9.5. Jesus is an 8.5.
Yeah, but they're not the same level.
The guy's further
They're not the same level. They're not the same level.
So you're basically saying,
along with Odegaard, the best player at Arsenal.
So you're basically saying Calafiori and Mikel Merino
and a winger
has now won you the league.
Yeah, well, we're 2 points off the league now. You've added 2 players. City have lost a player.
I like that math. 2 points off, add 2 players, win the league.
As things stand, City have lost the player, signed the unknown entity as well on the winger.
Yeah.
Quickly, why do we have Arsenal in the league? Serious or troll?
No, this is serious.
Yeah.
That's
Then
serious.
why?
I give
it brief.
Serious answers.
Keep it brief, but why?
Kind of what you was already alluded to. I think last season having the best defensive record, you've added a highly rated defender in Calafiori.
Oh, and we've added Timber.
And Timber's back from
forgot about
injury,
that, sorry.
who last season missed majority of last season. Only played what?
He played 60 minutes in the Premier League.
Premier League last season, so that will kind of be like a
less
new
than 9
signing.
minutes the whole season.
Yeah.
And the last 2
So
games.
he'll come like a new signing this season. He's a multifunctional player. He didn't play.
He played the first game of the season,
And he played the
didn't get
last.
tested,
And
so
the
like
last.
5 minutes, and he came on the last game for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Wow, that's
He
mad.
played,
That's
he
it.
played less than 9
It's
minutes.
a new signing. It's a new signing.
He said it's a new signing, and he's a multifunctional
And he's
player.
unbelievable.
He can play left back, right back,
Honestly.
centre back, DM. So he's going to be another addition, which I think will add a different dynamic to the team. I think Calafiori coming in, them already having the best defensive record, then you add in a player with that quality where he can play on the left hand side or even play left centre back if he wanted to. They conceded the least amount of goals. They've then strengthened that defence. I think if you strengthening, I think if they concede the same amount this season or even less,
I think even less.
that could definitely improve it. If Marino's not confirmed yet, but then
Yeah,
that also is an upgrade to a midfield as well. I do think the only thing is with Arsenal is the attack. I still do have a slight doubt about the attack. I hear where you're coming from with the Jesus and Martinelli, but Jesus is a player that's been known for inconsistency throughout his career in the Premier League. Martinelli, I have my question marks around
What the
him.
fuck?
I don't know if he's the type of player
thought
that
he hit
can
it right.
fire you
Why'd you hit it like that?
to that, to that Premier League title.
Yeah.
I do feel like you are I think Arsenal are one top attacker away from having that complete
I
squad
agree.
that you're referring to. I think if they can push out kind of do what they did with Jesus at City, push him out wide, as maybe have him on a rotation or on a rotation with Saka. Maybe some games you can rest Saka, have Jesus go on the right, and then have a real number
I think that
9.
will be the case if we don't sign a winger.
Yeah, because I think you need a striker, man. I think you need a striker that can. I'm not talking about just a striker that's gonna come and get you 10. I'm talking about an Isak, a Tony, a Watkins, somebody who can not only give you goals, a lot of goals, but also can link up with the players that you already have available. I think that is what you're missing. That's what you're. No,
Only
impossible.
ones that you say you named that would fit out is Isak and Watkins.
Watkins, yeah. I think I'm saying even I wouldn't say. I think Tony was not really too much of a bad shout, but I hear where you're coming from. I heard the why. I know why some people might not fancy him, so I get it. But I then look over to City.
I think you made
City have won the league with barely a striker.
I then look over to City. Okay. They did have a slow start, like you said, last season. They've lost. They're losing Alvarez right now. They still haven't had a Gundogan replacement till now. There isn't a Gundogan replacement. We're keeping it real.
Well, Phil Foden stepped up last, and Rodri did, Rodri did the numbers last season.
For this step up last season, but I still think they need to alleviate
City
that
didn't have a
pressure
slow
off
start
Rodri.
last season.
Huh?
I don't know why.
Not necessarily a slow start, but I think they
won every game.
But for the first half of the
apart
season,
from
it
one.
seemed like they were playing catch
What are you
up.
doing?
December, I think it was December, where
That's not
there was like 4 games where similar to you, man. I think they drew against
I
Spurs.
always hear about City having bad start. They didn't have bad start.
Well,
They
there was
won
a part of the
straight
first half of the
wins, bro.
season where
Yeah.
they just felt, you know what it is?
They
It
lost
just
November,
it was
no, but
November,
it
it
just
was
felt
November.
like
It was
throughout
November.
the whole season they were
November.
always playing catch up. Like they came
lost
first.
3 games all season.
Okay, but when was the first time? Hear me out. Okay, when was the first time City went top of the table?
And when
It was in
those
spring.
community shields and
In
stuff
spring,
like that, so they
there's
were always
not-
playing games behind. They always had like games in hand. If I recall.
No, it's not even necessarily that.
Yeah.
They went to top of the table for the first time in the season in like spring.
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
So their whole season, they were either second or third. They were playing catch up.
True,
That's
'cause-
why people feel like they
It's
had a
true,
slow
true.
start. It's because they were never first throughout.
Bro,
the whole
It was
season.
Spurs first, then Arsenal, then
Liverpool, and then Liverpool sat there for a while,
yeah,
and
then
then
Arsenal,
Arsenal,
and then man, and then City. Yeah.
and then City came. So I'm saying so that's why it feels like it. Okay, it maybe on paper
madre.
they didn't have a bad start, but it feels like
It's
they
the other
Same
teams had better
same
starts.
every other teams had better starts,
yeah.
and it just feels like they were playing catch up the whole season. I feel like they still need a Gundogan replacement, in my opinion. I think them losing Julian Alvarez is
Bruh.
a bit of a problem, because when there were times where Haaland was out, Julian Alvarez was the guy that came in. That means now you need to look for not just a winger, but you need to find a dynamic
Fuck,
winger
man,
that
come
can play across
on.
the front line.
Puta,
A
pasen el
multifunctional winger,
valor.
so just having somebody that's playing out wide. You need somebody that can also play through the middle. I was reading today Pedro Neto, which I don't think is a bad shout either. I don't think that's a bad shout
Bro,
in
that
the
guy
system.
cannot be relied upon physically.
But it's
People need to
physically. I
stop
said it's the
linking with
injury.
big
It's
clubs,
the injury.
man.
It's the injury.
Go finish 38 games
Yeah.
a season and then come back.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, I think looking back on last season, I just feel like the gap was, what I get, like Sharky said, was not much. You know, I think they were on par with each other. I just think the experience that City had got them through in the end.
Yeah.
I think it's the experience. I don't think necessarily it was them having a better squad. I just think that the experience and and knowing how to handle that pressure is what got them through in the end. I think Arsenal will definitely learn over the last 2 years. I hope they do, because if they don't do it this year, then huge question marks on Arteta. Huge question marks on Arteta, because it's like, how many more chances? How long are they going to wait? Are you really the Spanish Brendan Rodgers? Do we need somebody else to come in?
It's
You never know.
technically
It could,
because
yeah,
his
on
contract
contract,
ends,
and contract technically ends. So it's like this is a make or break year for Arsenal. This is a make or break for Arteta, for the players, for the club. It's now. This is your last chance.
It depends.
No, for me, this is your last chance.
It depends.
This is the last chance. Yeah, this is the last chance.
Leaves here, you start winning Premier Leagues. Your chain ain't
Nah, I think it doesn't really
chain ain't real.
No, the way I look at it,
ain't real, big man.
No, but what happens is, listen, but what happens is,
Why's your Rolex ticking?
No, but what happens is, there's a lot of things that could happen. That's why this year is a big year, because next summer, if Pep leaves, they might be calling for Arteta to come over. If you don't deliver that title before then, yeah, they could definitely call Arteta over.
Bro!
I see
God damn
Arteta
it.
as a potential replacement for Pep at City.
That's no way. No. That's no way. That's no way.
Give me a good
leaves
pass.
of not winning it and then joining a City. مستحيل.
Football is a funny sport,
Never.
Football's a funny place. Football's a funny.
Oh, that's disgusting.
This is WWE, man. This is WWE, man.
I don't see it. Okay, let's.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more predictions to make. So.
I've got two questions for you, just to end it, yeah? Two questions.
Solo quiero una pared.
What, in your opinion, heading into next season, is your back four?
Can I feel real?
Yeah, I'll tell you my
Saliba,
back four.
Gabriel.
My favorite back four.
Your
Ben
back
White.
Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber.
four. Okay, now a question. A follow-up question to that, but before my second question. Do you think, to end
So
this
just
season...
question one B.
Yeah, 1B.
Yeah.
Do you think by the end of this season, Gabriel, مع السلامة,
Could be
Calafiori.
Calafiori centre back, left centre back. Yeah, of course. That's how. Look, bro. I've just told you we have 7 centre backs.
Okay. Second question. The most important question.
So we can interchange. We can have
Every question is the most
Calafiori with Timber at left back. You can have Saliba Gabriel.
Every
with
question is the most
Calafiori
important
at
question,
10 back. You
Fuck
got
outta here.
obviously Ben White.
Fuck
right back.
outta
You got
here.
Tommy Asu coming in and out of games. You got Kivio still at the club. He might
Nah,
stay.
fucking
If he
leave
stays,
it.
he can play centre back and left back. We've got multiple competitions we're gonna play. We've got so many options, bro. Timber's a centre back as well. He's unbelievable centre back.
La puta final, tengo que
Aiden
ganar.
Heaven can come in.
I have to fucking win.
Whoa,
We've got options. Options.
Listen.
Aiden Heaven.
Huh?
Heaven.
What was his name?
I don't know about
Yeah, shit.
Astaghfirullah, man.
Astaghfirullah.
Moving like
Astaghfirullah.
Godri.
Jannah.
Astaghfirullah, man.
His name is Heaven. Heaven's a beautiful
Jannah.
thing.
Mashallah.
Astaghfirullah,
Jannah,
man. It's
bro.
like what he did.
There's people called Jannah's in
Astaghfirullah,
there.
man. Astaghfirullah, man.
There's girls called Jannah. There's a girl's name. Jannah.
Astaghfirullah,
I
man.
like Aiden.
Astaghfirullah,
Hey.
man.
Aiden from the north
Relax,
We
side.
have a player called Jesus.
Relax, man.
That's a messenger.
Astaghfirullah,
Nabi
man.
Isa.
Astaghfirullah, man. There's only one Nabi Isa. There's only one Nabi. There's only one Nabi Isa.
Nabi
man.
Isa.
There's only one. There's only one Nabi Isa.
Alayhi salam.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
Wait, I'm
Don't do
confused.
that. Don't do that,
Anyway,
man.
next one.
You're starting to write the wrong things.
Can I just say though, my prediction is Arsenal, but we know there's still an
What's question
agenda
two?
there.
Second
though. We still
question,
know there's an agenda.
Yeah.
Is Arsenal breaking Chelsea's record?
You're nasty.
No. That's. I think that record is one of 2 records that I think.
Bro, what are
will
you
never be
doing?
Alongside what? Invincible.
Puta,
No,
como
100%.
quisiera que me diera un balón así.
I don't think I'll be
Oh
beaten,
my
bro.
gosh.
But I think.
Chelsea. I asked them if Arsenal can break Chelsea's.
I don't think that.
clip.
I don't think.
Yeah. No,
15 goals
I
conceded.
tried it. I was hoping for.
I think the hardest
was hoping for
record.
nibble.
I think the hardest record to beat is the 15 goals conceded Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the second is 100 points. Then Invincibles.
Yes.
I think the team can do Invincibles. They've been close. Liverpool close when
Oh,
Watford beat
the
them.
Watford, yeah.
You know, but I think the 15 goals conceded in a whole season.
Impossible.
I don't think that will get broken. I think that's the hardest Premier League record. To
Bro, kiss puta,
So I
what
don't
are you
think even How
doing?
good our defense is and everything.
I'm right there.
I think we might do better than last season, which is gonna be crazy because we conceded only
Just
28.
swung that shit for no
29,
reason.
Nine?
yeah, something like
So
that,
if we beat that, it's very impressive. But
Yeah,
15
100%.
is.
So Arsenal, City.
Yep. There we go. Those are our top 6 predictions. Ready for the next part of the video? We're gonna get through these ones a bit quicker, right? A lot quicker. Okay, let's get to the rest of our predictions. We're gonna do this a bit quicker than obviously the initial ones that we started.
Shoot
with. The
that.
top 6 is usually the main event.
What the fuck was
We're gonna do our
that?
relegation now. We're gonna name all 3 clubs that we think will get relegated, and then we'll discuss obviously if we have any matching, any different ones, any surprise additions to the relegation. 3, the relegation teams that will go down. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Last season, all 3 promoted teams got relegated.
Yes.
Last season, do we think the same thing's gonna happen?
Can I just say, last season, I was the first person to say it, and everyone said, "Oh, you're so lazy. Can you try to be different?"
Fairs.
And all 3
You're
went
right.
down.
Fair enough.
That's probably the only thing you got right, but that's fine.
Guys are trying to do up Little Nation every week.
Yeah,
that man. But
So do we think all 3 are going down again?
For me,
No.
I got 2.
No.
I
me,
think
no.
2 out of
I've
3.
got 2
Yeah,
out
I
of
got
3,
2.
yeah.
I think
I got
naturally.
1.
Oh,
I got 1.
I think I might know who your second one is as well. But
Who's your one?
That's going down.
Fuck, man.
Leicester.
Que la
you've got
casi
the one
nada.
I don't have.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got Leicester as
So
well.
you
Let's
think?
go down.
Oh, come on. Enzo went, and the best player went as well. Come on, man.
No quiero
Marcelo.
Yeah, I
perder.
don't think they're the Premier League. I don't think they're Premier League ready, or I don't think they have a Premier League worthy squad.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
Obviously-
Dewsbury Hall's left.
The manager left, a couple of rotational players they had. I know Ndidi wasn't a main consistent midfielder for them, and Kelechi Iheanacho wasn't a main, but they all left as well, bro.
And
So,
Didi's apparently going to sign a new contract. That's what I was reading.
no, he left as a free agent.
Yeah, but
Still got
apparently he's
Mavdidi.
negotiating
I
a
mean,
new
he's still
contract.
in the squad.
He's on the squad.
Puta!
I know
All
their squad.
three left now.
Mavdidi,
Sácale la fucking
Abdul Fattah
roca.
was actually quite good for them
Oh,
in the
piece of
championship
shit,
last year
dude.
as well.
Me iba, bro.
Harry Winks, Sumare, Declan Reed,
Oh,
Casey
Yeah, they
McAteer.
got Reed back in.
Yeah, I mean the squad ain't too bad. I'll be honest with you.
doesn't-
I'm looking at it. I'm like, and in all honesty, I think that's the thing when teams come up to the Premier League. I think the gap nowadays is bigger than it's ever been, and I think last year we saw that. I think Leicester are one of the few teams that went down, and clearly you knew they were going to come back up. And I think they've not maintained. Maybe you could say they've lost Iheanacho and Ndidi and a few players, but I still think they're good enough to compete in the Premier League. I don't think they'll be maybe clear of the relegation
Fuck
zone,
me,
but I
dude.
think they should be safe, in my opinion. I'm looking at Ipswich on the other side, and I think they've got a talented manager. I
aquí
think they've got a few
estoy.
talented players, but the gap is too big, in my opinion. I think you got to remember this team that's done back-to-back promotions. Like they're ahead of schedule, in my opinion. So them staying up. Wow, McKenna, you might be the chosen one. United might need to come calling soon. But I think it's going to be too much. It's similar like Luton. They'll be the team that they go down with a spirited performance. You'll be like, yo, that Leif Davis at left back, he's decent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Omari Hutchinson, you know, he's a baller. But inevitably they'll go down.
I look at Ipswich, not even like Luton. I look at them like Burnley. Because everyone said, he plays nice football, attractive football in the
Ahí
Champions
estoy.
Good coach. The same thing was said about Company.
Yeah.
Oh, the breaking point season.
Hey,
whatever
good
it
to
is.
be.
Nice little attractive football. Can you get in the Prem? God didn't do nothing.
But
Bro.
Vinny, obviously, I'm not acting like I know a lot about Kieran McKenna, but I'm saying Vinny was he stayed stubborn. You know, he kept his style in the Premier League. Obviously, didn't work to the point where they were conceding goals due to them giving the ball to the other team because they were trying to play. You know, which I mean, it rewarded him. He got the Bayern Munich job because he still stuck to his way of playing good football. But that's why they went down.
Fuck, dude.
Kieran McKenna, from what I've heard about him, like I said, I don't know him too much. What I've heard about him, what little I know about him.
fuck
On
am I
top of
doing?
that, I've had conversations with Ipswich players, current Ipswich players, and how well they've spoken about him and how much of a great manager he is, a great man manager he is, great coach he is, tactician-wise. I would like to hope that
Puta,
he
perdí la
will adjust
maldita
the way
final.
they play on the based on Premier League and how it was in the Championship. Because obviously,
Piece of
Burnley
shit.
walked the Championship, but then went straight back down. So you need to change for the Premier League. They're playing every single week. They're playing a better team than you. It's not like the top
Bro, I barely got the
top
ball.
teams where you look at your schedule and you're like, cool, for the next
I
5
fucking
weeks,
get
we've
the
got
two
one game.
how to make it.
If you're Ipswich, if you're Southampton, if you're Leicester,
Every
every
game.
single
Fucking
game, every
short
single week
piece
is
of
a tough
shit.
game. You go away to Fulham, that's a tough game. Then the week after that you're playing
Come on,
Bournemouth away.
bro,
Then the week after that you got
Mundial.
Chelsea. Week after that you got United. Every game's a tough game.
Last
So
the fucking
as a
Mundial.
coach, you have to be adaptable. Company wasn't, but
Bayern, not that.
it didn't work for Burnley. But he got the job at Bayern. Obviously, it's a whole different thing. But I think Kieran McKenna, from everything I've heard about him and from media, from personal conversations, from any bit of research I've done, I would like to hope.
Wow,
you
you're
know,
disappointed.
I don't think they'll have a magical season. I
Just
just think
fucking
they'll
started.
stay up. Maybe
Yeah.
even by the skin of their teeth. I just think
Yeah.
I have a bit
Puta
of belief
final,
in them,
bro.
And it's like a magical season. They've been in the Premier League first time in God knows how long. I
You
think
didn't
they've
mention Southampton.
Leicester.
I got them staying as well.
Leicester.
That's what I'm. You
Top
think they're staying up as
scorers.
well?
Whoever
Out of the two
goes,
teams
bro.
I've got going down, it's Leicester. And I like a cute story about.
See,
about,
Ipswich
about,
have-
about
Wait,
this
can
cute
I
story
hit
about-
Sharky's? Okay, Sharky, can I hit your regular free? Because you didn't say relegated free.
Oh yeah, it was Leicester, Forest,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah,
I'm with
Forest,
you.
Uh-huh.
and I think Everton are finally going down.
Everton. Okay.
Yeah.
Sean Dyche.
They
That's
doubt him again.
crazy
That was a
shout.
crazy one. Yeah.
That's a crazy shout. But
Don't doubt the Dyche.
I know it's hard
Don't
to doubt.
doubt the Dyche.
the only way they're going down is they get
Deducted again.
four
Yes.
point reductions, man.
Bro, listen.
crazy.
Southampton though, talk to me.
I don't know. I
because
don't think Everton.
I'm
the
not
squad's
moved by
changed.
Southampton
Yeah,
in the
what's Southampton?
slightest.
Initially, I was with you.
Brereton Diaz.
No.
What a player.
What a player.
Kejo as well.
Yeah, the Chilean from
You know what gassed me up?
Blackburn
You
Chilean.
know what gassed me up a little bit? I got gassed
Yeah.
when they went to France and slapped up Bordeaux and Montpellier. They're like boom, boom, boom. And now I was like, you know what?
Wait, the Bordeaux that don't exist. The club that don't exist anymore.
Basically, they're gone to semi-pro now.
And Montpellier, who are mid-table French Ligue 1.
Yeah.
This is the barometer.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Montpellier slapped them up 3-1. Slapped them up. They're like, you know what? If them man can beat Montpellier, then man, surely they can beat Brentford and.
Where do Montpellier finish in the Premier League?
Yeah,
Wolves-
come on.
Where do Montpellier finish in the Premier League?
14th.
13th.
You're being generous.
You know,
relegation
Wolves,
zone.
You know, Wolves beat
That's
Leipzig
important.
3-0, yeah? They have
Yeah,
relegation
it's
zone.
Preseason friendlies, bro.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done to them.
Yeah, so what? Wolves gonna get Champions League football next season?
Sounds
yeah?
are staying up. They're nice little bunch of players. The philosophy is nice. Manager's good. I like it. I like.
I'm
Southampton.
looking at their
Don't
squad.
be
Even,
surprised.
honestly, I mean, Onuachu, Brereton Diaz to get the goals. Sekou Mara.
Nice.
Edozi's decent. I quite
Edozi's
like
very
him.
good.
The midfield, bro, you recalled Lallana. Okay, good luck. Carlos Alcaraz.
Very good.
Listen, good tennis player. I don't know about this football shit, yeah. Really small. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not looking at the squad and thinking Carl Walker-Peters decent, Bella Kotchap. I don't know if they've got enough
they
for
do, they
me
do, they do.
to keep them to say they're bona fide clear. I think they're relegation candidates.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think they'll be there and thereabouts. You know.
Forest though, I like.
I agree with that one.
You're on the money there. I
So
think.
you meant all go Forest?
I've-
got Forest.
Yeah, Forest is inevitable.
So wait, let me say their threes. I've said my three, just so I
I've
understand.
got Ipswich, Leicester, and Brentford.
This is the first team.
Wait, who's the first one?
Leicester,
No, yeah,
Ipswich.
yeah.
What else have I got?
You said
Ipswich
Okay, cool.
and
Ipswich and Brentford.
Brentford.
Brentford,
Interesting.
okay.
Thomas Frank, he's a good coach.
interesting. I've got Forest, Southampton, Ipswich.
Cool.
I got Forest. Yeah, same as you actually.
Yeah.
Forest, Southampton, and Ipswich. Yeah, that's my three as well.
For me, I just think Forest.
That's not
It's like the smaller version of Chelsea. Almost, you can't continue to run a club like that.
And they haven't
I
improved.
just feel like
If
that
you look
they
at the
don't
team,
seem
they
to
don't
improve.
Yeah.
Despite all the hordes of signing, and despite every window, you're looking at the signings and thinking, he looks decent.
Yeah.
That one's decent. That one's decent. But it just doesn't seem to come together. And there's
Yeah.
only so much Awoni and Callum Hudson-Odoi can get you out of jail.
Their quartet is nice. I like the Callum,
Gibbs White.
Callum Hudson-Odoi,
Callum
Elanga, Wood, and even Awoni at times
Yeah.
coming into like changing with Wood.
That's the one thing you will say about them. They do have that. I
They
would
create
say
chances, they
those
score
bottom
goals,
six
yeah.
sides, you always need that one player that's able to get you 10 to 12 goals
Yes.
a
And that's
season.
him.
And I think they've kind of got that in and amongst them, and that could be the thing that keeps them up.
Yeah.
But I just think they leak so much.
So
and
much
the
goals,
previous
yeah.
first year when they came in, I remember their home form was a thing they hung their hat on. And last year, I felt like they kind of just got away with the skin of their teeth. This season, I'm looking at Leicester and I'm like, it's up to you to basically relegate them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much about them because I've got them in a different category next, which I'll talk about. But I disagree. I disagree with what you were saying. But I'll come back to that category.
We will.
Okay.
I'll
We
come back
will.
to that category.
Interesting.
And with
Alright.
Ipswich and Southampton,
Yeah,
I just
my
think they're too much.
fucking
Like you were saying, there's just too much of a championship
Yeah.
team. I think they got too many championship players. I think the gap between them and the rest of the league is a little bit too big, and I think that's probably why we both have the same predictions.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it looks like we're pretty much guaranteed for at least one team to go back down.
Two.
So,
Yeah.
Both
and all of you
championship
have two.
going
You
down. Both
know?
championship going down, 100%.
So you think
Yeah.
Leicester? Who think saying up again?
Less than Ipswich. Ipswich. Ipswich.
That comes to that.
Say it again.
Ipswich.
Interesting. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Okay, let's go to the next category. Surprise team to have a better season than expected.
Let me just take the stage on this one. guys, leave it with me. Last season, I said my surprise team of the season was Bournemouth.
So did I.
as well.
So did I.
Yeah, same.
So it's, you know,
Yeah,
Okay.
Same.
They surprised the whole world. Shaky start, and then you had an American person say, "Oh, they'll get relegated," and then you get sacked.
Americans. How stupid.
they don't even know the sport.
Where is it now? Where is it now? Where is this
You got
person?
sent back to America. You got sent back to America.
Should have made that shit.
But my surprise team, they finished 12th. They had
Yeah.
a shaky start, but he managed to finally get the right system and everything, and he finished 12th. My surprise team is Bournemouth again.
Why you just copy me?
Oh, no. You got them as well.
Bro, literally.
My surprise team is Bournemouth again. I
that?
think...
Yeah, boom.
I got Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I think they'll finish 7th, 8th this season.
Yo, talk the
Bro,
team.
why
I
So
think
many
they'll finish 8th.
dudes.
I think now the team knows about Anthony. He's had a year to put his style and system and little fingerprints on what they want to do.
Anthony.
They've added some nice pieces. Sinisterra, they bought him confirmed.
I don't know.
But one person who, in my opinion, is going to be the most underrated signing of the window.
Talk the team.
The guy from Juve, he said he played for Roma last season, but
Yeah.
Juve for 23 million.
Yeah.
Bargain, wallahi.
Bro, him, Zabeni, Kirkez, Max Aarons, Neto, I think that's just like a solid unit there, in my
Solid
opinion.
unit.
I think the midfield, they've got strength and depth. The only place I worry about them is if they lose Solanke.
I
What do
agree.
they do?
I agree.
And therefore, do they get a like-for-like replacement? Do you get the same amount of goals
Fuck,
from
man.
Semenyo or one of them?
Dude.
Do they step up? I don't know if they've kind of got that goals within them. But if they manage to keep Solanke, I think I've got them Conference League kind of outside, pushing on from what they were
7th,
last
8th,
year.
or top 6 maybe.
Yeah.
You never know. But I think now next season with no European football as well, because thankfully they finished outside the top 10 and everything. I think a full season, second season with Anthony,
Yeah.
he's
Go
gonna shake the
ahead.
world.
What's
They
up?
looked good. I mean, I watched them obviously pre-season against Arsenal.
Yeah.
We drew against them in LA. Dignity
Stop
Health
playing with me, mate.
He's gonna shake the world.
LA Galaxy Stadium. We played them. It was alright. They looked good. Obviously, you can't judge off pre-season. Another one is Alex Scott. They signed obviously the season before, but didn't play much. He was the Championship Young Player of the season.
Oh shit, the
Very
kid
bright
is
prospect.
yeah,
You
bro.
look at him like
Kid
the
is
young
yeah.
Grealish, all
What
these
the
kind of
fuck?
players. He's fit now. He's ready to play. Bournemouth was my team last season. I think this season
Hey, you got something out your
I was
nose.
going between two teams, and the same thing with you. You said 7th, 8th.
I was
I'm gonna
thinking
go
as a
for
fucking
Crystal Palace.
golazo. Those are shit.
I think Crystal Palace have never finished above 10th in the Premier League. Never.
Yeah.
So if they finish above that, they're breaking records and it's their, surprise pick. I think they could do the 8th place, 7th, 8th place that you have Bournemouth to.
Even with no Olise.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to say,
yeah,
how big a loss
I-
do you think Elise is?
It's a big loss, but also at the same time, and he did have a big contribution last season, but also he missed a lot of games. So of course that's his individual brilliance, because even if he missed a lot of games, he still had good contributions. But they had that. I think Oliver Glasner is a top coach, and I think Elise is a great player, and he's gone, of course. But I think he's building a team that can play well together. And I think
Fuck,
they'll survive
yeah,
without
that's it, man.
Elise,
You
and I
are
think
me,
they
man.
can even get
If
better
they
with that.
lose Gueye as well.
Didn't they
If
sign
they lose
that
I mean, if that's
Brazilian
different,
kid
obviously,
in
this guy
January
hasn't-
as well, though. Mateus Franca.
Yeah, they got Franca. They got Franca.
And he was meant to be like
playing like wingbackish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wing back. But you know who they replaced Olise with? In my opinion, elite signing. A free Kamada.
Daichi.
Daiji.
Ah,
Yeah. Former. Your team.
Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, went to Lazio for a year.
Lazio, language barrier, culture, XYZ. They didn't play him.
You know Lazio.
You know Lazio. you know.
Yeah.
This country. You know.
No, but they got a good
Yeah.
team, man. They got a potential Olympic gold medalist coming back to the team.
Oh,
My
that
dad.
that guy.
Right.
Man.
That's a wavy celebration. Wavy celebration.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I know it's just a bop. But it was a wavy.
They've
Let me get my moment still.
see?
I was like, yeah,
They've
hard,
got
hard,
an animal
hard.
coming back. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be the same as when Faisal shakes his head. It's gonna get into
Bro,
Mateta
I
bag.
was-
You know,
Yeah. He might hit a new form.
There's magic. There's magic in the boldness.
new form. So yeah, I mean,
That's magic in the bonus.
I've got.
Why has he never had the magic, man? This guy, man.
Aye,
We
man.
waited 29 years, man. You know, man.
So that's my team.
Who's yours?
Mine is Everton.
Ooh.
I think.
So from relegation to surprise team.
Yeah, because
Mad.
Everton, they last season, I think Sean Dyche has definitely improved them coming off the back of the previous season before. I think last season they got hit with point reduction twice.
Yep.
You know, and I think that's what got, and they still managed to
Stayed up,
stay up.
Crazy.
I think this season, I know they've lost Onana, but they've had some good additions in. I think some quite good, a few young prospects.
Signed
They got and Ndai
from Marseille, wasn't
as
he?
well.
Jack O'Brien from
yeah.
Lyon as well, good
Yeah.
centre back.
So I think, the Irish boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
I think they're gonna do a lot better. Obviously, given that they don't get any other point reduction this season, I think they will definitely. Because let's be honest, if it wasn't for the point reduction, they would have been around mid-table.
Yeah.
They would have been around mid-table. So I think
honestly,
next season I do have them to be pushing around.
You mean this shit, man?
I would say between 8th to 10th. Around
that's
that region. I'm putting Everton around that. Yeah. I'm putting Everton there. And I think they got a good core of group of players. I think like you got the McNeil, you've got Harrison, you've got a good core of players that I think can produce goals, can create moments. I think Ndai, I think that's a steal, you know, from Marseille. I think he's got the
Yeah, it
ability.
didn't work out for him after 1 year, innit?
Yeah.
Similar like Palace signed Ismaila Sarr.
I wish-
there as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like another. It's Elise.
At least a replacement as well.
Palace
Yeah.
signed Ismail Sarr.
Yeah.
Ismaila Sarr.
That's
Ismaila
the,
Sarr,
that's the
Yeah.
Elise.
You mean this shit?
Very
Yeah,
good signing.
that's a very
Yeah.
good signing. Yeah, but yeah, that's the reason why I've got Everton.
I
Yeah,
would
that's the
Bournemouth
most
as well.
improved.
So maybe if I was to just to keep it different, I'd probably maybe go West Ham. I think they'll be Champions League outsiders.
Yeah.
this year. Said all the reasons
You had
earlier.
them finishing top
score.
6.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Man
Yeah, so
United.
actually,
you know.
yeah.
I was gonna put Man United, but I think it's too easy or too boring of a pick. You know,
Yeah.
to say Man United.
I hear it.
I think it's too boring.
Do you know how much they've fallen that we are actually gonna.
You have to. Like, if you go from 8th, if you're saying, if me and him are saying, if you're going from like 8th to let's say top 4, that's a huge improvement. If you're talking about improvements, most improved team, that's the title.
How would Sir Alex
Yeah.
feel if you put the most surprised team is United?
Well,
How
we're
does
not,
Alex
it's
feel
not
about
Sir
this?
Alex days no more, bro. We have to keep it real with ourselves. Like I said, we have to reality check, bro.
reality.
This is where we're at. So if we do go from 8th to Champions League, that we are a contender for most improved. Yeah, am I wrong in saying that?
No.
No, that's it then. Yeah, you just want to start a conversation for no reason, man. Just shut up and sit there, man. Just close that mouth as well, man. There's a hot breath coming out of there, bro. Yeah, you just close
Come on,
it.
like you're trying to catch flies, isn't it?
close it. Just move, man. Close that. Close that mouth, man.
And now the opposite, the team we expect to be the underperformers.
I mean,
Biggest underperformers.
is it even underperforming at this stage?
I agree. We're the same team,
That was
but I
what-
agree.
I mean,
What,
I think we've all got the same team, right?
Apart from him.
Wait.
Except, I don't know why you didn't have Chelsea in your overperformer. Technically, I've got Chelsea as my underperformer,
Same, of
but
course.
at this
But is
point,
it
I don't
It's
know.
not, it's not
This is the
underperforming.
thing, I don't know.
This is what
I
they
don't know
are.
if this is the
I
new
don't
normal.
have them, by the way, as my underperforming team.
To be fair, last
'Cause
season
that's what
they finished off right. They finished above you guys.
They had a horrible season. If you just keep keeping it real.
How is it? Hold on.
Yeah.
How is it underperforming or overperforming when they finished 6th or 5th last season?
Sixth.
bro.
Yeah. So so them finishing 5th? How's they finished
Because
above you?
It's massive
I
they finished
think
above
coming
us,
into
bro.
last season, personally, I would have thought they would have been challenging top 4, not floating mid-table all season and,
get
then
sixth
scraping
right at the end.
Europa.
Yeah.
So you think they'll finish below top 6?
I think it will be a
None of us even had them in top
in
six.
my eyes. I think it will be a repeat of
I
last
beg
year.
you, somebody get up the table from last
Teething
season,
problems.
please.
I got it.
trying to
Because the
find
gap
your way.
from like like 5th to like
11th.
Eighth. No.
it's like it was like 3 points or 4
No.
points. What was the gap from Tottenham to like United?
6
Well, you were
points.
close to Burnley.
6 points, yeah.
You were
So
closer to Burnley.
6. That's 2 matches. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. It's 2 matches.
This guy's talking about gap.
Hey, what's the gap between Chelsea and United? Well, how many?
The gap between Arsenal and United is 29 points.
You want to start that again?
Wait.
Strike 2.
Wait.
Strike 2. You want to start again? 30 points. No. How many? 30 point gap. How many trophies you end the season with?
29. Please tell me the gap between Burnley and United.
36. So it's not
Very close. Shut your mouth,
Very
man.
close.
Hey, what I'm saying? You thought your joke was gonna land. It didn't land.
Like your one. Like your one. Enzo, yes. What's what he said? Yeah.
Maesca.
English, yeah. English,
Enzo,
yeah.
Enzo Maresca.
English, yeah. I mean, what was that language in there? Like, what language is that?
Enzo Maresca.
You can't even get it, man.
You can't even get it. Listen, you better watch yourself. Strike 2 now. 29 points. How many trophies you end with the season with?
Brother, we're talking about underachievers. So Chelsea.
Ten Hag's on more trophies than Arteta.
Chelsea,
just to let you know.
Chelsea,
Just to let you know, by the way. Yeah, so you could do all that yappa stuff all you want. All of this talk. At the end of the day, Ten Hag is sitting on something more than Arteta right now. So you better step your game up, boy. You better step your game up, boy.
What?
And you want to run your little jokes, yeah? Chelsea.
So if you got offered to swap, then you want to swap them? Because you got a manager, better manager. So
Nah, I don't want to Spanish Brendan Rodgers, man. I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I got a winner. I got
Bro, come on.
Like,
Yeah,
fair enough.
so
What the
I'll
fuck?
stick to him.
Why did I even pass?
I'll stick to him.
Yeah, right.
But all I'm saying is the gap between. Anyway, the conversation was about the gap.
Exactly.
The gap from Tottenham
What's
to
your
United
underachieving
is only
team?
6 points. My underachieving team is Aston Villa.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah, that's my underachieving team.
What do you have in finishing?
I have them finishing between, I'll say about 7th or 8th.
Okay.
I'll say about 7th
So
or 8th.
outside of European sport.
Outside of the European sport. And the reason why for that, I think the commitment of Champions League football. I also think I don't like it, yeah, and I don't know how you guys feel, but you see when a team does well in a season or overachieves in a season, I hate when they go into the window and like disrupt the flow and make too many changes. Because what I've seen over the past is that when that happens, teams tend to go a little bit backwards.
I think losing Diaby.
I think losing Diaby, you're losing Douglas Luiz, who was basically practically one of the top scorers in the season. You had Diaby, who was a consistent performer for them, either creating or scoring. He was chipping in.
Yeah.
I think
60 million, bro.
So how comes, based off evidence last season and obviously having foresight going to this season, how comes you have United 4th and Villa 7th? On what basis?
It's my prediction. I just
That's
think.
a very good question.
I know. I just think.
We haven't established that.
Yeah, because I think
That's
with Man United, there's I see in terms of stability in the sense of players.
Stability.
United
More than Villa.
I'm saying it's the same group of players. It's the same group of players that we have,
Which weren't good enough.
A bit more with hopefully additions coming in.
Yeah.
Whereas with Villa, they've
Same group
had-
players with additions coming in.
No. Look at Villa's activity in this window. They've got rid of quite a number of players and they brought in quite a number of players. We're now
Not
expecting
really.
them to
They've
carry
lost
on.
Louise and
Those are the
Diaby.
two big ones that
Exactly.
they've lost, yeah?
That-
Those are the two big ones.
You sweat.
You got wallahi billah, you have more sweat than me, man. Like,
You sweat.
you're just sweating there. You're talking about sweating.
You sweat.
Bro,
Stability
why?
United.
Because I'm talking about in terms of the group of players.
Okay, we're straight
They're
enough.
not-
We're straight enough. So Villa.
No, I'm saying Villa. Yeah, I'm saying forget United. Stop trying to compare, bring United to every single conversation. This is about Villa. For me, Villa, I feel like they're gonna underperform on the basis that they got the
fuck is
commitment
that
of
shit?
Champions League football. We saw what happened to Newcastle last year. A lot of people, amongst us, even thought that Newcastle could even do better than what they did last season, and they went backwards. Yeah, given that they did have injuries.
So I gotta fucking assist.
Champions League football, you can't play your B team in Champions League football. Every single week, every single game week, you're now expected to play your strongest 11. You got that. Villa also did have injury problems as well last season. Let's not forget that. Now you've had players go. You're bringing players in. You're kind of disrupting the flow. I personally liked seeing. What do you call it? Watkins, Bailey, Diaby, McGinn. There was a consistency in that 11.
Yeah.
You know, there was the same core player. You had Kamara in the holder. You had McGinn drifting out on the left. Like there was that. It was that consistency, that same pattern, that sort of chemistry you saw on the pitch. You've now made. I think a number of changes now. It's not to say that they're starting again, but now you're expecting new players to now pick up where the other players. You get me? The weight of the other players that are now gone.
So-
So that's why I'm saying that I think
Fair.
they might not do as well as people think they're going to
Yeah,
do.
of course.
That's
It's
it.
hard to maintain.
It's a waffle, man.
Hard to maintain.
He's waffling.
Villa,
After
Chelsea,
Chelsea, Good one.
That's straight waffle.
What was yours?
It made no
So what's
sense.
yours then? Okay, what's yours?
What was yours?
Made no
You can't
sense.
say Chelsea. What's yours?
No, I can't say Chelsea.
Yeah,
I was
go
going
on.
to say United, but is that
Like I
really
should've
on their
made that.
achieving? They finished 8th last season. Is that really on their achieving? Is that really on their achieving?
Look at his
I'll
game.
go.
This is what we said about Chelsea. So I'm
Is that really on their achieving?
Nah, go. If you want to say might not say a reason.
I was. It's boring. It's boring.
okay.
I've seen it before.
Okay.
I've seen it before. I'm going to say Fulham. I think
They're all my contenders
What?
for the other categories.
I think Fulham.
What are the expectations for Fulham? Let me ask you that first.
I think Fulham last season finished 14th or 13th.
So you're
13th.
saying they're gonna get relegated?
So
then?
basically,
No,
the
no,
fight
I
and
feel like-
relegation.
yeah, fighting relegation. I feel like losing Palinha is huh?
That's an
man,
easy
that ain't
one,
it, y'all, man.
That ain't it, y'all. I can't lie, man.
And you had the team to come for me.
Dude, all that huffing and puffing, I'll blow your hands down. To say
Talking about they're
Fulham.
gonna be fighting relegation. Shut your mouth.
Come on, man.
Fuad would never let
Shut
his
your
team get
mouth,
relegated.
man.
He'll never let his boys get relegated.
What do you mean his moves?
Plays for Fulham. And Babu, no?
I was thinking he was looking at when did Barcola sign for Fulham?
Mbappe is crazy.
I've had Sasha Boy,
Boy, yeah.
and Babu.
Is this racist at this point?
Wait
Like?
till I cut my shit and then I have to find something new. Yeah.
So fight
He,
relegation.
he went from 4th to 7th in Villa. Villa finished 4th. He said he's going to finish 7th, underachieving.
Because you
I
went from Champions League football to potentially no
Uncle,
European
Europe.
football.
Uncle, listen.
So I understand.
I went from 13th to 17th, 4 positions, fighting relegation.
Wait, you realise 17th doesn't get relegated?
No, fighting with relegation. They might get relegated. I have them.
So you're saying they went
18th,
from surviving relegation to surviving relegation?
13th surviving relegation.
But they were comfortable.
Great shift in
They were
expectations.
They
comfortable
were
last
comfortable
season.
last season. This time
Were
they
they?
were fighting.
They were comfortable. Fulham were comfortable last season.
I
They were
thought
comfortable.
Fulham were
They
hitting.
were-
They were hit and miss.
They were
but
like
they were
hot
good
on
in
hot
spells.
and cold,
Yes.
but they were pretty much.
They were never really in
No,
danger.
Yeah,
they
they
were
were
20,
years
they were 20 points ahead. What do you mean you were comfortable? 20 points.
So what you're saying is basically they're going to be in and around amongst relegation.
Yeah, they'll be fighting relegation with 18th, 17th, in my opinion.
Okay.
Losing Palinha is massive for them.
Okay.
There's no way.
Fair shout. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you. I know it's a great shout.
Because I know it's
no,
actual
no.
waffle.
Yeah.
I know
I
it's
know it's a
actual
great.
waffle.
I know it's a great shout.
I genuinely believe it. I think he just came up with this now.
Fulham are going to lose
I
three games.
think he's freestyling it. You know?
Bro, Fulham are going to lose 3 games in the season. He just wants the clip to spin
It's
back to
his
say,
yeah.
I told you not about
Fulham.
Fulham. Sack Marco Silva now.
Yeah. Another bet.
Send them to Saudi.
Another bet.
Hold on. What's worse, mine or his one?
Yours. Yours.
His one made no sense.
What do you
With
mean?
Villa. Oh,
Nah,
Villa's
nah.
gonna have a better season because of stability and because they signed more players.
Villa's going to have a better season
No,
because of
United. You said
stability.
United.
No. His comprehension skills are zero.
United. His reasoning.
I would have liked to hear the United one
His
more.
reasoning behind United finishing
Let's
seventh
move on to the next
Yeah, let's
topic.
go to
shall we?
this one.
it's because Villa signed more players.
I love when he gets
RB.
I love when he gets
Listen,
frustrated.
you know listen. You know what his playbook is? You know what his playbook is right now? His playbook is just related to Man United. I'm talking to Aston Villa. Why are you bringing Man United into it?
No.
I'm talking about Villa.
He asked you a very simple question.
He asked me
Why
about Villa.
do you think United
No.
are finishing
no,
above Villa?
No, his question was, who do you think is going to be underperforming? I said Villa.
Baba,
You
no.
brought Man United into the equation.
No,
You brought Man United into the equation.
No,
So
don't
don't
try it.
waffle. Don't
He
waffle.
asked you a next
Don't waffle.
category.
Yeah,
next
let's carry on. Waffle.
So the next
won.
category.
You chubby hamshake. That's what you are right now.
Get ready for that green hair, man. Get ready,
I said, chubby handsick.
get ready for the green hair, man.
Chubby Levetsi, man.
Hamsik. Oh, that's it, Hamsik. I thought you said hamster.
That's what should have The fourth should have been
Love it. Chubby Levetsi.
the forfeit should have been instead of bold, the hamstring.
I think, oh, God. Well, that would have been incredible. That would have been incredible, act. Well, that would have been incredible. That would have been incredible. To come in.
Oh, man.
I thought you said hamster. For a second, I was like, why the f*** you said hamster?
That's not even funny.
No, it's
That's
level.
what I thought you said.
Why are you sitting with yourself?
I thought you said. I was like, what the f***?
That's hamster.
Levetti's better.
Levetti's better.
Nah, Levetsi actually looks like
He's got the
Levetsi.
facial hair and the hair and that, yeah.
No, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it.
It was.
You know what it was? It was.
It was.
Hey, record, man. Record, man.
It's recorded.
Where's recording?
The next category is top goal scorer.
Easy.
That was easy. Man. That one, I think we should be unanimous on that one.
Yeah.
No, I think it's different.
Korea. Ya la estrella.
Que bien viene cucarea. Que viene cucarea.
No.
That's how he does it, bro.
He loves flexing the Spanish at any point, yeah.
That's how he does it, bro. That's how he does
You're
it.
cold. You memorized the whole thing, guy. Fair play, fair
Did I
play.
ever watch that shit?
Yeah, that.
So many times.
That would kill me. I can't lie to you.
Does anyone have anyone but Haaland?
Nope.
I've got
Nope. I think
Yeah, he's gonna do
Live on.
free P.
Okay, what number does he end up with?
30.
That's a good one.
30 plus.
24.
I agree. I go 30 plus. 24, you say?
I think he's touching 30.
I'm gonna go with Sharks. I think about 25ish.
I'm going to go 31.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How many did he get last season?
24 or 5. I think he had a couple more than Watkins. I think Watkins finished on 20 or 9.
Yeah, 21.
21
I
side.
wanna say,
And
To be
Cole-
fair, no, I take it back. Stop, Ola. Take it back.
I
He's
think
got
full
Kevin De
season
Bruyne
of
back.
Yeah.
I'm
full
good.
season
Yeah,
of
I mean,
fitness.
no, I changed my
Last
30.
year
I'm
he
gonna say
had
30
like
plus still.
iffy form, injury
Yeah, yeah,
issues,
yeah.
squad rotation
KDB
around
wasn't
him. I think this season he's coming
Yeah.
back.
By
He heard a
himself,
lot
yeah.
of talk.
Yeah.
Guys were trying to say
He got 27
Watkins
last year.
and Tony were better than
27. Okay, I think he touched his
Innit?
30 then.
27
Yeah, I
and he's
changed.
out for like
Yeah.
a couple months.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he
30
played 31.
He's touching 30.
Yeah, he's touching
Yeah,
30. I
easy.
agree. Yeah, I take it back.
All right, Haaland. Top assister.
Good one.
I've got his partner behind him. Kevin.
Kevin. I think Kevin's time is over.
I think this will be his final season.
Final hurrah.
I think this will be his final season.
No, he's still doing really well, but he's not going to be like
No,
the
no,
top
I-
assister, you know?
I think this will be his final season at Manchester City, and he's going to be the best player in the league. I've got him. You know what? I might as well say it. He's going to break Titi's record.
I think that
He's
year
joined his
came
record as
and
well,
went.
no?
Yeah, he joined
He's
that
going to
year.
make his own.
joint.
He's going to say, Titi, go do dance. He's getting 21. He's getting
I don't see
21
that.
plus.
I don't see that.
I've said it here.
I don't see it. Because De
I
Bruyne
would
now,
like
De Bruyne now is more of a goal scorer as well, you know? Like, he's not going to be
Final
like...
action.
Yeah, he's more of a goal scorer himself. So to get 21 assists, to get more than 21 assists is
No, because
it's crazy. It's a lot, especially for the kind of player that De Bruyne is now. He's going to get a lot of goals, I think. I think he's quite a few goals.
I'm reading his
and
mind.
maybe like 12, 13 assists.
I'm reading his mind for next season. He's saying to himself, Kevin, it's my final season. Let me make it special.
You don't need to prove
I'm going to
anything.
win the league. I'm going to win the PFA. I'm going to break the top assist. I'm going to put my... How many assists does he have all time in the Premier League? I think he's... Where is he amongst... like
He's
the
nowhere
list?
near gigs.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
gigs. I think he's close to someone who's...
Cess, I think,
this
is
is someone
second.
that... and he's going to say, you know what, let me make this
Lampard?
an all-timer and then leave on a bang. Next
I
season,
think,
I said,
I
I'm
think
Saudi's
this is almost like the sweet narrative was like, you know, Tony Cruz
Yeah.
for the Euros,
Yeah. Face loves
Golden
that.
Boot,
Yeah.
you know, the system.
Fairy tale.
I would love that as well. I'm
Yeah.
not lying to you. I think it would be a great way to send Kevin off. But I think it's that ship has sailed.
I
I
trust
think
Kevin.
now he's like almost like a moments player. And I think there'll be moments where you look at him and you're like, yo, he's still got it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's going to run the team like he has maybe done in previous years. I think top assist for me, maybe a little bit biased, but James Maddison. I think he is someone who
James.
takes the set pieces, involved in a lot of the creativity at Spurs. I'm expecting, if we're going to keep playing this Irish football, for us to be scoring more goals. If we get a big number 9 in, he's going to be the one playing it up. And I think prior to his injury last year, he was in that race, you know what I mean? And then after that, he kind of withered away later on as the season went. So I'm hoping if he can maintain the standards, he should be in that race and should be a contender.
Yeah. I had a toss-up between 3 names. KDB, Trent, and Mo Salah. I think
That was one I was thinking about.
But then
Salah
I
as well.
think I went with
Salah's a
Mo
good
Salah.
shout, yeah,
I went
Salah's a
with
good
Mo
shout.
Salah because I think he's, especially from last season, I think he started to become more creative and started to create more
Playmaker.
goals. Playmaking, he's taking up more of a playmaking responsibility. I think if Darwin Núñez is going to be the guy that charges them, I'm expecting Salah to be more the creator in the
1-2 punch
side.
almost.
Yeah, I still think KDB and Trent are still going to put up good numbers. Even Robertson as well. I think they're all going to still put up the numbers that they attempt to put up. But I think Salah might be the year this year where he really, really takes up on that role.
Yeah.
So-
I thought of Mohamed, but then I thought Slot will be like,
Bro, why does he have to call him on first name basis like you know him? You don't know him, bro. You don't know him. I said, Muhammad. You know, my cousin, Muhammad.
Like, this guy one day he's Arab, one day he's Spanish. Brother, you gotta pick something, man.
Muhammad, man.
Yeah.
Muhammad. It's our brother, Muhammad Islam. Muhammad Islam, man. Muhammad.
No, Mo. Who's Mo?
Who's Mo? It's Muhammad. It's Muhammad.
Fair.
Muhammad, say it with me.
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
Come on. I think Muhammad. I think
I
Arsenal.
can see it though.
I think Arsenal will be like, brother. I think last season you did it, but I think that's why Liverpool didn't do as well last season because the goals dried up. I want you this time to be around. Forget the creating thing. We've got other players for that. Concentrate on the scoring. Leave the creating. That's what I don't see.
I can see that happening as well, yeah, potentially. But I don't know, naturally last season, I think he's slowing down. I think he's realising that he's slowing down. And I think maybe he's looking at, maybe there's other ways I can still contribute. And that's why last season he did create a lot of goals. And let's be real, he should have had way more assists had the attackers finished their chances as well.
I was going to say, bro,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
even been
Yeah.
even like past 18 months, I would say. I remember since he came back from like that AFCON loss to Mane.
Yeah.
Since then, he's been kind of getting more and more into that playmaking. And
Yeah.
I actually think it's good adaptation as
Yeah.
you're getting older, do you know, when you haven't got that burst of speed anymore.
Yeah.
How else can you still be effective? Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's crazy that slowing down, which we all maybe can agree that he is, but slowing down for him was 18 goals and 10 assists last season.
Come on, man.
And he's disrespecting.
32
And I still
games.
think he's very disrespected.
In 32 games.
Very disrespected.
I think, I mean, we have 4 different players for this category.
I don't